This is London with Bitcoin Spike. I want to talk today about the technicals. We have some very interesting ongoings in terms of Bitcoin and in terms of Dogecoin. I know the rodeo just went off, and Elon had some really cool stuff going on for Dogecoin. Nice to see that level of energy for a crypto that's as low as it is and has a potential upside like Doge does. Once it gets going, it is wild, guys. We have been trading. I want to let you know the VIP have been trading. I'm going to go through the technicals. I'm going to tell you guys, in terms of BTC, it's been slow and stagnant. Looks like we're trying to recover. If I look on the right-hand side here real quickly, and this is London with Bitcoin Spike. Hope you guys are doing well. Congratulations to everyone who is hitting their targets. Bottom line, to everybody who's hitting their targets. You guys know we like to buy it, support, sell at resistance. Trade your patterns and hit your targets. As we're looking on the right-hand side here real quickly, just some great action on Doge. While BTC is being a bit slow, and I'll tell you what we're trying to do right now is to recover essentially the notion of a specified, I'd say, parallel channel on BTC. It is slow going, very slow going. Looking at the parallel trend line, please pay attention to the specific parallel trend line function with a bring down, right? We would like to formulate some sort of a bull flag in here. I haven't given up on that notion. Please look at the 4 hourly. The specific 4 hourly, we may be in a catch of this specified lower portion of the support line. We could indeed still have a bull flag. We're watching BTC carefully. You guys know that we were on targets, etc. in terms of that yesterday during the live stream. Very important. I'm about to go through Doge, but looking at the specifics here, as we were to, and I've got the extensions, was just going on something with going through some technicals for Richard Rios. Richard, my man, VIP, what is up? I hope you are doing well. I have your picture right here on the side, and I'm supposed to put that in with the other pictures. I just redid the framework, so you're going to be front and center for the next picture upload here. Glad to see you in the back, my man. Very exciting to know about your training. I appreciate you keeping us up to date with your training. Just really, really cool, brother. I'm really excited about your training. In terms of the specific targets that we were at on BTC, looking at this, I had I'd say the less aggressive than the more aggressive last night. As you guys know, that we are on target. I'm going to tell you, we're still on that specific target as we watch Doge on the left-hand side. Congrats to all the VIP who are trading Doge. I know we have some guys that are in on 5L on Doge. Very, very nice. I wanted to include the framework of Dogecoin as Elon is just doing a pretty cool, guys, I don't know if you saw, did you see Elon and Doge and the Cyber Rodeo? Pretty cool stuff. I'll let you guys know. We could go through the details here, but I think it's very pertinent to crypto. Now, in terms of who all may pop up, the individuals, etc., I want you to know I do not condone any other specific. Let's do Doge, Cyber Rodeo. I don't condone any other influencers, okay? I haven't heard anybody. Here we go. Well, they've got the music. Maybe copyrighted. Let's just go through what they did. So pretty cool stuff, guys. You look at this. It was retweeted by Billy Marcus, so I think we'll play this. But if you see this, pretty cool. All right, guys. Pretty cool stuff, guys. I got to say, that's in Texas, the largest manufacturing facility, I think he said, in the world, period. In terms of that new Tesla design manufacturing facility, a pretty cool place, guys. Just unbelievable in terms of the overall capacities of it. Yeah, he stacked up the Burj Khalifa, and you guys know Dubai, the largest tower in the world, and he showed the Tesla center on its side, and it's much taller than the Burj Khalifa is. It's longer, at least, than the Burj Khalifa is tall. So pretty cool deal there for Doge. Something's going on with Elon and Doge. We're going to continue to stay in the background of this, and I'm going to tell you in the forefront as well, because I don't know, guys. That's like the number one guy. He is the number one guy. He's got something going on for Doge if he's putting that up over his headquarters. Those are the Tesla headquarters. You guys know that in the entire world, that's the new Tesla headquarters, like global headquarters. Okay, so that's kind of a big deal. Not much of a spike. We were prepared in the back for the actual for the actual, I'd say, real technicals behind. And it was just nice to be prepared as we were looking at the technicals, and we had a little bit of a contradiction. And I told the VIP in the back, I always tell them, just I appreciate you guys in the comments. If you are in VIP, let me know. I want to know, guys. Let me know what you're doing. If you're trading, like, what's going on? Would love to hear from you. Slim, what's up, Slim? How are you, bro? Nice day for Doge, huh? Looking at the what I had brought to the VIP in the back, and it wasn't without a full complete review of the residual of the technicals as we watch BTC trying to pick up on that 38.2. Okay, that 38.2 is in play right now, and I'm just seeing a little hope. I'm going to say this, a little bit of hope for trying to maintain this channel framework here in terms of that resistance to support. If we can get back up in this zone, guys, for BTC, we may have a way to salvage a bull flag. We'll discuss that in a little bit. But as we look at the technicals for Doge, currently up, let's look at Doge. Guys, nice price action, up 3.28%. We were looking at an ascending triangle. I notified them that I found a flat top. Anytime I find a flat top and an ascending line of support, you guys know, ascending triangle, definitely, potentially, guys, just like one of the hottest, bullish patterns you could trade. So looking at that framework, that's on the hourly. We had a contradiction. Unfortunately, on the 4-hourly, it looked like at the time when I brought it to them, we definitely conquered that, but we were in a bit of a descending triangle. That was the only thing to really go against the notion that the buyers needed to step in. And if they were buyers during that time period, you guys have done well. 4%, I'd say, up to like 20+% on a 5L in a short amount of time. So congratulations to the VIP who are trading. That's what this is all about. As we dig into, and I say this is all about, but what a VIP is all about, getting those specific technicals together, trying to harness all the energy in the back. I got to tell you, we got good energy in the back. We got great traders from Slim in the house, my man. What's up, Slim? Nice to see you. Boom. Nice action on Doge. Huh? That video rocks, huh? Elon's just cool, dude. I mean, he's seriously a cool dude. He's, it's like, okay, he's that into Doge. Like, we're excited about that. Now I'm extremely excited about that. I don't know how people could not be excited about that. That's, Bitcoin had the Miami convention. That's a big deal, by the way, the Miami convention in terms of Bitcoin, etc. Like, that's no small feat for Doge. I mean, just to, be up at the world headquarters for Tesla. It's just cool. And I think Elon's in Texas. He's here in Texas, and he's going to be doing some things that he wants to do. It's just kind of, that's the way it should be. So looking at this confirmation back on that hourly, right, it does frustrate a little bit in terms of the overall move, and I'll go through that frustration just in a second on the lower time frame. So I had been discussing all day with VIP that we were along support, right? We were definitely along this line of support. So is it a drastic move by Doge? No. Is it a trade that could get booked for 20%? You betcha. So it's nice to continually be bringing, I'd say, trades to the community and to literally to the community from the VIP, essentially, after the VIP have had first look at them. That's the idea. If you guys aren't VIP yet, you need to join. If for some reason you can't join, you need to make up an alias or something crazy and rejoin. If something happened, I have no idea. Maybe you had a bad week. Who knows, guys? As we would look at the action up and over this top line, prior resistance, ascending line of support. It would have been nice just to confirm and boom, move on up. To the extent that it's going to want to pattern, I'll tell you the technical target is going to be at that 15.5. Technical target is at 15.5. I've got an additional 3% just at that technical target. To the extent that, and if you guys are just tuning in, appreciate hitting the like button. Just let me know you're doing well. It's about 11:30 Texas time. Cyber Rodeo, I think, is over, but I'm not sure. It probably will last a while. Hope everyone at Cyber Rodeo had a good time, and hope everyone in with Tesla and Team Elon is doing well. You guys rock. Very cool people. Just a cool group. Looking at the specifics here of a potential for a fan reversal as well. I just followed this line of resistance. As you guys look at the lower time frames, do not have that flat top of the ascending triangle. They just don't. I tried to do this. I tried to fit in, okay, what would be the best triangulation to fit this in? Would it be something along the lines of this, potentially for a symmetrical triangulation? I don't disagree with the with the reading of it. It's I brought it to VIP earlier, and I'm not sure we really discussed it. But we have the exact, it is a triangulation without a doubt. Certainly a triangulation, upside target of the triangulation. Let's go ahead and just measure that in addition to the ascending triangle, just so that we have upside here in terms of the upside features, where the buyers to be able to push, okay, to the level of I'd say the target level that we're projected to achieve, it would be a little bit lower on the triangulation, the 15.4. When I talk about different patterns or I talk about different time frames, I talk about inconsistencies, the thing that I am doing, and I let the VIP know this earlier. The thing I am doing is presenting to you a risk profile, right? Kind of like a confidence interval. Like if we were to be doing, kind of advanced work on something, what's the confidence interval on this? What's our risk profile look like? The more I say that the more patterns that the market has to look at that may be contradictory or even maybe complementary to the effect that they're all bullish or they're bullish and bearish. Understand that we understand that multiple traders will be trading multiple patterns, right? So to that extent, that is indicative of even if it's all bullish, that can be indicative of a kind of like a confidence interval, level of confidence, right? Amongst, is there a shared, a shared understanding that yes, this is absolutely going to this specific target period, right? Everyone on the map who's trading, bam, they're certain it's going to 15.4 for 087, right? That commonality, that shared understanding, and essentially the same pattern profile that all the traders would be using would increase the likelihood, would decrease the risk that that pattern would play, okay? Because you have more traders focused on the same exact pattern. So when I talk about different patterns, it can seem like it is the most chaotic thing in the world. Why would we cover 5 different patterns? Why would we do that? Because you have traders that are trading all of those 5 different patterns, right? You'll have traders that may take it pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. When all the traders are looking at the same type pattern or the same exact pattern on different time frames, there's complete confirmation, complete agreement amongst the patterns. Well, the likelihood, to me, based on my experience, the likelihood is going to, they still may take early, right? You're not guaranteed to reach that target, but it just makes the whole process a lot simpler in terms of I'd say doing some sort of a risk assessment on the profile of traders, at least profiling the traders. We can agree that's an efficient. I would say that's a functional purpose that we're looking at in terms of what's the mood of the market, what is the market looking at, what are the traders doing right now. Are half of them bearish, half of them bullish, or it looks like everybody on this map is bullish, right? So we always try and cover, however detailed it may be, and it's not easy. And while it seems like sometimes we're looking at different parts of a puzzle needlessly, it's like, well, no, they all fit together to paint the picture in terms of that risk profile or what the entirety of the market is looking at. You have people who are dedicated to the 30-minute, to the 4-hour, to the hourly, to the 15-minute, the 2-hour sum, right? We focus on the but then the 5-minute and 1-minute, etc. But we focus on the the more prominent time frames, just so that we just do. I encourage you guys to do that as well, whether or not you're a VIP, if you're base camp, etc. I just encourage you guys to do that, but always get a complete look at the market to the extent that you feel comfortable assessing the overall entirety of the patterns in play, maybe differentiated levels of support to resistance, right? This would bring into play a preceding level of resistance here on the 5-minute. Just looking at Doge real quickly, just to talk about where was the stop out, right? Thus far, this specific level, this preceding level, I won't say cross trend. It is a what do I want to say? This is it's not a referential. But it's not a cross trend necessarily. To the extent that we would call this as a resort, to a resistance to a support. God, if I can get that out. Resistance to support line here. Yes, cross trend. Okay. Is it an internal trend line? Probably so, because it's cutting through. To the extent that would be called a resistance to support, I'd call it a cross trend. The nature here of cutting through the preceding pattern work, I would probably call it more of a cross internalized trend line, something along those lines, that it cuts through the mid level of this preceding portion. But that is a real level here, and I try to distinguish between cross trend lines and an internal trend line, right? An internal trend line, something that's cutting through the inside of something, not necessarily a cross trend line that you'll see a real strong support to resistance, right? So looking at that, for instance, this line here would be a clear cross trend line, right? From the resistance to that support, just clearly demarcated, bam, to the support. So on the 5-minute, this seems to be the specified line that is kind of taking power a bit here in terms of the overall, I'd say the overall price function, what we're currently dealing with, that barrier. And, always lay out your lines of resistance. Always lay out and it's a little difficult on the different time frames. You guys know, as you'll get into the 4 hourly, you'll get into the hourly, you'll get into lower time frames. You'll wind up with markings all over your chart. You don't want it to be you don't want too many markings, but you definitely want to be you want to be, what was it you say, kind of copious. You want to be completely what was that, guys? What's a good word for that? Comprehensive. Right now, we want to be comprehensive in terms of our approach to the market at all times. So, looking at this level, that's going to be a key level of resistance to beat that is in the market right now. Is that is that it? This is where you start to look at, well, what's the market looking at? They're looking at this on the 5-minute. On the 1 minute, they're looking at a different set of resistance, but that 5 minute seems to be playing thus far and interrupting that progress up to the top in terms of small moves. Not a big deal, but an additional 1.5% to that 15, pardon me, 15, wouldn't that be nice, 50, the 15, 4. So looking at BTC on the right, let's check out BTC real quickly. It's in a nice pattern formation. It is it has faked out on the 30-minute. I noted that in the back to the guys. We're waiting for some price action. Just a nice coil, right? Looks like a heavy bull pennant, right? We would say, move to the upside with a, kind of a symmetrical, I say kind of, it's got the trappings of the symmetrical triangulation, so we'll give it to it. In terms of that ascending line of support, that descending line of resistance, the problem, depending on the time frame, you are pushing this specific level of resistance up a bit due to a fake out on the specific 30-minute time frame. If we go down to the 5-minute on BTC, you will see that actually is eliminated. That did not occur on the 5-minute. There would be a tricky little 30-minute time frame for you. You guys know the 30-minute time frame is one that sometimes you want to check, and not all the time do you want to rely on, but you want to know what people who trade the 30-minute are looking at, right? We just saw a fake out on the 30-minute for BTC, whereas on the other time frames, and that's a good reason for you to check your different time frames, particularly if you're working on a desktop versus particularly even more so on a handheld. You want to check those different time frames. If you're on a handheld and only so much information fits on your handheld device, you guys know that it's like, well, I'm forced to use this time frame, so all of the price information fits on my screen, right? You're almost regulated to a larger time frame on a specific handheld device. You want to make sure you get to a desktop and make sure you can definitely at least set up your charts with the lower time frame in effect. And that's where it's nice with VIP guys in the back, etc. Bringing those charts in from the lower time frames, etc. Because sometimes you're on the go and you got your handheld and it just won't fit. Literally, you can't fit anything but the 30-minute or the hourly. So you may be trading something where you need the 5-minute insight. For instance, on BTC, you would have needed this 5-minute, and to the extent it would or would not have fit on a handheld device. Just wanted you guys to know that specific rationale does apply to handhelds. The desktop is always preferred, so that you guys know, and I know you guys know that. So in terms of the specifics here, we're just looking at a strong pattern given where we're at. Strong enough, I'm going to say this, it feels strong. Alts have picked up mildly, right? It wasn't a screaming day for alts at all, but it just seems like we're having a decent reaction thus far. As we look on the right-hand side for BTC, we're having a decent reaction at that 38.2, right? As we would talk about, we went through just to focus on BTC entirely for a minute right now. As we would look at this low to the high, right? Not as aggressive as we could have gotten. We talked about those specific, I'd say, confluences, those overlaps from the more aggressive levels. As we go into the more aggressive levels, just a lot of overlap between the different levels here. So that was, I think, beneficial for the market right now because we didn't have that sporadic of a target list to go in with the Fibonacci's, etc. So looking at this specific pattern, it's on the hourly. I'm glad we brought that up. Almost looking like a bull flag, just almost. And I say almost because we are, I'd say we're within the framework of a really, longly trajected, really extended descending wedge. There we go. We can tighten that up a bit, but that would be on the hourly. So a lot of differentials as we look at the different time frames, and that's just not. You guys know that's 2022. It's the way it is, right? We just have gotten used to the different patterns, the different time frames. I appreciate the VIP in the back a lot. You guys know that. You're cool dudes, and you guys can trade. It's nice. Your technicals rock. You guys know that. Doge up 2.93%. Let's look at what's on top of the market right now. GMT doing well, 8.68%. Ball is rocking again, 8.38%. Was that last? I'm trying to think. That was last video that we did ball. Yeah, we did ball that last video, near up 6%. ZRX, FXS, Cody, Looks, Maps, and then Doge. That's about right now on my list. I have about at least half of the coins that I want. They're all going to be ETF coins, and I'm going to have a full list of all the ETF coins available on LBank. I just am. I'm going to have all those on LBank so that we can go through. I want to go through. I just like going through charts. You guys know that. That's a cool thing for me to be able to go through for charts for the VIP. And I want to shout out for Richard again, my man. What's up? I'm really excited for you to let us know you're going back on the road here in a bit for your training, etc. So make sure you plug into us whenever you need be, and you are a very valued member of the VIP, my man. Whatever you need, you let me know. Like at all, you let me know, brother. Whatever you need. What do we got? Einstein's mom. Hi, Einstein's mom. How are you? You are welcome to join our group. We have a trading club. So Einstein's. I guess Einstein is a dog. Maybe Einstein is a puppy from Back to the Future. You're welcome to join our base camp at least. We have. I tell everybody about every night we meet with 100 traders that we know, and I just tell you that we know we have a real solid group of people that we know and we trade with all the time. So if you found us, this is London with Bitcoin Spike. We trade everything from Doge to Luna was a big one for us last year. BTC, and we like trading alts. We have a really good community in terms of our top shelf VIP, and you are welcome to join us. I would like to invite you to join us. And I don't do off the cuff. I appreciate that, but I don't just do off the cuff specific. I do appreciate you asking me about TA, but that is for our base camp. You can join our base camp. It costs you, I think, the price of a pack of gum if you want to be in our group. It's real easy to join base camp. You're welcome to join base camp if you would like to. And as you asked me, it's a good project, though. A lot of guys in our group accumulated it at a low price. Which recently got some decent pricing on it. So what I will do is I wanted to bring some live information for the VIP, Einstein's mom. We would welcome you to definitely be a part of our trade group. We have a really great group, and you are welcome. And I'll just tell you that Jasmine got a lot of attention from our and VIP get mad at me sometimes if I go off and do other things for other people. So at least for base camp, we would like you to join our base camp. I have to put that. At least you are also welcome to join our VIP. And this is how we build our community. So I am excited to bring you into the mix. I can look for a minute. I just don't want the VIP to get mad at me. Sometimes it's like, why are you doing that instead of what we're focusing on in the back? I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it, right? VIP are ruthless sometimes. It's just the truth. It's a top level of membership. They have demands, and they're just that type of group. So you get that level of exclusivity if you decide to join as well. So big, strong community. I'll say that with Jasmine and a lot of the VIP, to include Angel on the top, has been a big trader of Jasmine. So Angel got invested in Bitcoin at $7.79, and I know that he's a big fan of it. Well, of Jasmine, without a doubt. And have to see in terms of the overall specifics. I have the USDT.D chart up right now, and what we're looking at in terms of USDT.D is a falling wedge. We're on this brink in terms of the line of support. Very important, guys. This line of support for the USDT.D. Will we get a bounce back up into this region? A bounce into this region for USDT.D means what, guys? That means that the pricing of crypto would go down, right? As we would look at the dominance of Tether, right? This is the dominance of Tether. So if we were to get a big, strong hit back here towards resistance, we could be in some trouble. So we're watching this line of support formulate on the 5-minute time frame. To the extent that we were to go down and crypto wanted to shoot up, we're always going to be looking for a recoup, a return to function, right? Return to that falling wedge. So paying a lot of attention to the specifics and guys, there's two directions anything can go, right? It can go essentially three. It can go up, down, it can go sideways. You guys know that. It cannot go backwards, unfortunately, as you guys look at your trades, etc. That's why we spend a lot of time on technicals here. Okay, so looking at BTC on the bottom left, looking at Doge on the top left, looking like Doge is not done yet, pushing up and in nice fashion. Sol, I have that on the map right now. Richard, former U.S. military, has just had asked me about that tonight. So, Richard, I left Sol on here for a bit in case you showed up. I know you're getting on the road again. He's VIP. To let you guys know, Richard's a great guy. We're really excited to have him in 2022 as part of our VIP. And, Richard, I kind of have this up, Sol, here for you, as you had just asked about it in the back. Actually, you commented on it in the back. So I wanted to make sure that I was up front here having this ready for you, as well as the USDT.D chart in this top right quadrant zone here. So, looking at the framework, we are in the positive on Doge. This is good for the group, guys. And as you saw, like yesterday was a decent day. A lot of during the trading day, we had a lot of 3, 4, 5% recoveries. It just was decent if you had hit a target at a lower price, and that's real big. That distinguishes our group from the other groups because we are very into acquisition at target prices. You guys know that. We believe in targets in terms of, hitting your targets. It's just crucial for the entirety of our strategy. It is buy it, support, sell it, resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets, right? As we would look at let's look at BTC real quickly and put that into context so that you can understand what that means. And we're just going to review this in terms of, I brought up an old BTC USDT chart. I really liked it. I brought it up last night. And just to review this was the one that we used here with the support to the resistance. Look at this, how this played recently. This was my gate chart. Okay, I brought up and I've reframed all of my watch list back to my gate, specific gate charts now that they are over on trading view. So looking at this specific, let's say the prior, the prior, may need to get a cup of water here. The level of support to support this resistance function, that is the primary resistance line of I'd say the operational resistance line right now currently with BTC. It is the function of us trying to get back into positive territory. Yes, we're climbing, but as we are, pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. I need to get a drink of water. If you guys don't mind, 1 second. Sometimes I don't drink enough water, and then I cannot continue. It's strenuous for my voice to continue to talk, but I'll continue to do that. It's normally not a problem, but maybe I hadn't had enough water today. This happens when I go by the pool sometimes. I'm sorry. I shouldn't go by the pool, but I did, and so that's probably having something to do with the water right now. It's like, you got to drink some water, kid. So apologies for that. Pardon me, guys. It's been nice and sunny in Texas, where Elon just had the cyber rodeo, really exciting to see Doge included in that. In terms of this top line, just understand the importance. Sorry for the chest, just the coughing, whatever it was. I had some water, I feel better. In terms of the support line, please forgive. In terms of that resistance, understand the importance, the magnitude of getting back up and above this red line. Hugely important. That is the support line. That is the trend line, period. As we look at the framework from 2020 to 2021 up through 2022, trying to hold that line of support, hugely important that we would look at this specified line as literally the trend line. It is the primary trend line. So to the extent that we could formulate something on BTC even yet to get up and above this level, we would be phenomenally excited. I want to go through the details of how that could occur. Let's talk about that real quickly on BTC. Bringing down, and we have some variability on the lower time frames. If we look at the hourly, for instance, is a little bit cleaner. That 30-minute gets a little bit choppy, right? As we would look at this carry down function from this resistance here to the support, we want a parallel line function. Bam, there we go. You guys see that? We want a parallel line from this top line resistance, bring that down to the lower line support. We'd like to formulate a bull flag, right? That is the best case scenario for the bulls, right? For the market, in terms of your altcoins, in terms of BTC, in terms of Doge, in terms of whatever else you're looking at. If we could formulate at this point a bull flag, we are on the lower, I'd say the lower, the fringe. We're on the cusp here. We literally got outside of this, I'd say, the realm of consideration here in terms of this level of support. We had breached that carry down function, and that's a little bit difficult, as we would consider recovering into now, I'd say, an imperfect flag. So we're looking at an imperfect flag. Please go to the 1 hourly as well. Look at the fact that we are, and this is a very interesting, I'd say, difficult time for BTC. The reason being is Doge. We're talking about the different, let's say, levels of resistance from the preceding. As we go to the 4-hourly, I think it'll demonstrate that on the Doge chart on the top left. I've done that twice. Let me make sure I'm on Doge. Looking at Doge, just to remind you, if we were to go on into Doge, I pointed out the preceding level of, what was it, the 5 minutes? Potentially that 5 minute had this preceding level of resistance on it that we currently need to get up and over to achieve our target, right? To at least achieve that target. In terms of that preceding line of resistance, you'll see that interaction currently here. Bam. Look at BTC. Okay, Bitcoin right now. Similar situation, preceding line of resistance, right? Preceding line of resistance. Now, completely different time frames. That was Doge on the 5-minute time frame, right? So, big deal as we look at that level of prior resistance. As we look at where we are currently set in terms of this micro bullish feature, the market is assessing right now, how heavy do we go into a line of resistance? Those are not the questions that we want to ask, right? Unless we're really breaking out of something and people have an incentive. It's like, okay, we're going to break out of a bull flag. Let's go. It just is it's a precarious situation to be in. You guys understand that. We have a micro bullish feature on BTC. Right? And it's like no one wants to trade a micro bullish feature. So I'm just going to tell you from the standpoint of the traders, no one wants to really trade that. Right here, looking at a line of resistance, like this specific line of resistance, I can call it a cross trend. We did confirm off that with support, resistance to support to let you know this always looks best on a big screen TV. Without a doubt. Make sure you guys get this on a big screen TV. Einstein's mom, I want to shout out to you and I appreciate you being here tonight. Very, very nice to have you in the group, period. So, and to all the subscribers as well. And let's talk about, as we would see this dynamic play out, you just understand it could make some of the traders cautious. They say, I want to trade, I'm here to trade, but maybe I'll trade when I'm not right up against a line of resistance, right? Maybe within the next week or 10 days, BTC offers me another trade, or 5 days even, right? That doesn't include, marching into a line of resistance per se, like this on the cross trend line, essentially. And by cross trend line, I always mean resistance to support function here. Right, resistance to support function. Could be a support to resistance if we laid it out a different way on any different line. That's the definition of a cross trend line. Okay. So I say that with meaning when I lay out a cross trend line. So that's important right now to understand. We're on that 38.2 of the specified from this lower target here to the top. Boom. One good thing, we were right on in terms of our specific Fibonacci's. Way to go. VIP, way to go, guys. That's cool. That's impressive. We try and hit those Fibonacci's like nobody's business, guys. We've had a lot of success, including the low. A lot of the lows, not just buy low, sell high, buy the low. Right, within threshold, I say within tolerance or a level of potential, I don't know, variance, a small level of variance, etc. Sometimes it's exact. We love it when it's exact. You guys know that. So looking at the 4-hourly, you'll see some differences. I say some differences in the 1-hourly had us up at this level. Right, that level, okay, in terms of the resistance. The lines always change. The 4-hourly is below. 4-hourly, we did grab on and didn't fully capitulate out of that level of prior resistance to confirm it as support. So the lower time frames are offering us a bit of a variance or a contradiction yet again. That let's look at that 4-hourly here, and we saw this on Doge, right? Doge picked up, didn't it? Doge had a little bit more of a flat bottom here, but Doge sure did pick up in terms of Doge. Let's look at it. Let's see where we're at, 3.22% to the upside. Congrats to the VIP trading in the back. And you guys want to look at Ball too? Let's check out Ball and Soul. I left up there for you, Richard. I can't wait to hear how good your training is going, etc. And it's just going to do this, isn't it? Yep, Ball's going to ball, right? That is the way to go. I want to bring this up because I had indicated this trade to VIP, and look at it, guys. You're up 9%. That is sweet. That is nice. Looking at that micro framework of that specific on the daily, still a micro framework because it's not like a large pattern that we were looking at in terms of this would have been more of a macro framework, macro on the daily, right? But looking at Ball up 9% again. Balling, literally huge gain, nice move. I brought it to the VIP in this level. Bam, that's a 33% move. That's very, very nicely done, guys. That's just Ball continuing to outdo the market. So yet again, and let me actually extend this all the way as aggressively as Ball might want to go, but it looks like it's almost there. It's literally almost reaching the full maximum of that target. And that's so great. I'm so glad for the VIP. Congratulations to VIP who are trading. Dig into the lower time frames. You'll see some difficulties, right? We achieved this specific, what was it, on the 1 hourly. I'm just going to talk about this because I brought this up to the VIP 2 days ago. And yet again, we have just some magic brewing in the back in terms of the overall formations here. Very nice in terms of that specific rising wedge. We were looking at that. That would be your that would be the hesitation or also the incentive, depending upon how you choose to trade. And you guys know, as we talk about this, lower time frames are going to have a little bit of a different different indication to them. We get a pennant instead of a flag, right? Pennant on the lower time frame pushed into a essentially without the level of momentum to the upside. Just focus on the technicals, not the coin, guys. I'm focused on the technicals, not the coin. I'm focused on the price target. I'm focused on the mechanisms, the different time frames, so you can apply it to any coin where we're seeing price action. It's important to discuss what the market is showing us. Ball up 8% or so. Is that 8.68%? We pointed out earlier to VIP this specific notion of the wedge. Now, how many on the rising wedge? How many VIP know this? How many rising wedges have been successfully traded up and above this line of resistance? Let's count it, guys. It's big, right? It's almost continual. They've been nice trades, as you would look at that. Now, yes, it's a bearish feature technically. However, there have been a lot of trades up and above these lines of resistance. What's up with no torque? Give a look at Ren on the 1 hour. Keep it for the back room. But just another good looking formation. Cool. I will check out Ren, and hopefully you caught Torque. We want you back in the back. I keep saying that to you. We want you back in the back. But Ball we brought in the red day. Torque, really nice in the red day. We brought this. I brought this to the VIP in terms of that specific bull flag. Cleanest bull flag I could find in the market. I looked at 200 coins, and I know you do your digging too, Torque, without a doubt. Torque is base camp. What's up, brother? Win VIP. Right? They say win moon, win VIP, huh? Win VIP. It's just a question, huh? Like moon is moon, win VIP. Torque, it has to happen. Don't delay. I have to tell you, Richard. I just confirmed today that he's missed his training, former U.S. Military, etc. I'd say Army, I think, Korea, etc. Really exciting story. He joins VIP back again. He's been with us a long time, but he's kind of plugged in more to the overall group. So it's exciting to see that. I missed his training. We saw him today, and we were excited about that. And Torque, we feel the same way about you, brother. We'd really like to have you in the back. We miss having you back there. So bring the heat, bro. Turn on the ignition in the ride that you got pictured there. It's time to roll, boss. Just make it happen. Don't miss out on 2022, lest it miss out on you. All right. So looking at Ball, nice move. And it's nice to see something continually just push and power up. That's 35% since I brought it to VIP. If VIP are trading, that's over 150% on a 5L. If you can get it 3L over 100%. Very nicely done. Now is Ren, I don't know, is Ren a specific, and I'll just ask you, Torque, but is Ren traded on ETF? Let's just ask that because I'm really solidly focused on ETF coins. I like to get that 3L, 5L to the group when I can. So that's one of the big questions that we go through is like, is it ETF? I just want to know that these days because I want people to make 100% a day, right? I want them to have the opportunity to make 100% in a day if they can. But let's see what we got. Ren. Yes, it is. It's 3L, 3S on LBank. Very nice. Hugely important. 1 week. There we go. Oh, 1 week. Good. I need a time frame, bro. That's what I'm talking about. 1 week time frame. Bam. We are already excited. We're going to do a countdown. Literally in the back, I'm going to tell everybody it's time. He's about to join, without a doubt. You know, I get excited about that stuff, man. I love traders. I love trading. It's my deal. You guys know that. It's like anybody who's going to look through 400 or 500 charts, guys, it ain't about the cash. I promise you. We're trying to beat this market every day. It has zero to do with cash at all. I mean, cash from the market, right? But you're not going to buy bit me up to who sunk the trunk keys for the Ferrari. No, guys, listen, it's I love the market, guys. Sometimes I'm up 3, 4, 5 in the morning, literally pushing into the market, trying to find the next great trade for VIP. I want us to win. You guys know this, right? You can't put the fight in the dog like that for a paycheck. It doesn't, and especially not the one that YouTube offers us. So that's just not the idea. It is the idea that we're together, bringing out just the best we can in the dynamic for for each other in this competitive marketplace, right? It is what it is. That is the truth. So we're excited now. We'll start a countdown next week. 1 week says Torque, and then it's going to be VIP. It's going to be it's funny. What is that? It reminds me of Oh Brother Where Art Thou? It's going to be the straight and narrow for me from here on out. If you guys remember that old movie, the Oh Brother Where Art Thou? It's like, time for redemption. What it was just a funny part. I think it's one of the funniest parts. But when I'm counting down or something like that, from here on out, we're just gonna be excited. Torque is the bottom line. I'm really excited about that. But looking at BTC, the only problem I see, which you see as well on the 1 hourly chart, is a nearly flat bottom. Nearly. Now it does, as I shrink it down into a smaller, chart here. Looking at Doge slightly cooling off, just a touch, 2.74%. And I need to add in REN. Let me go to the ball chart. If anybody traded ball, congratulations. If you saw the stream, etc., congratulations. It powered through that. That's another one, guys. Another one for VIP. Not only that we brought, but that did decide to trade up and over that specific I'd say that specific line of resistance on that indicated rising wedge, right? So we're seeing some real power there, right, in terms of ability to operate and ability to book trades without a doubt. So boom, 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 boom. Yeah, nicely done. Not bad. Extended, as we would compare a ball underneath, right? And there may be more to discuss on maybe potentially the daily. Let's look at what we've got in here. Okay, what do we have here? Looking at a descending here, kind of a reverse D. Okay, let me put this into, okay, let's look at, it reminds a lot of a certain few number of coins that I've wanted to do really well, hasn't it? Yeah, reminds me a little bit, in terms of the charts, it looks like a, what would we say, a rune at a little bit less of a what would we say, a little bit less of a completion thus far. It would be nice to see rune, kind of the rune dynamic come into this. And yeah, it's just the same chart in terms of REN and rune. Let's take a look at rune. The guys just taking notes right now. They want to go trade this. It looks like rune. Like, man, get in the group, man. You got to get in the group. It's costing you more than you ever wanted to know. It's just in terms of like uncool, like, right, Torque? People, they want to jot down, is it going to be? I was like, whatever, guys, get in the group. I mean, if they're not in the group, if you're in the group, hey, you're in the group. But other people is like, come on, man. It's like, it's costing you more than you realize in terms of just not even being with the group, not being in the back, not being in the DM. Like, go book your trades, but where's your group, man? Like, they ain't got one, right? It's a big deal. So looking at this line of resistance, that's what we would like to see out of this rune scenario on the bottom. You just see the reason that I brought it up. It's very, very similar, right? You see that in terms of the completion, rune has outcompeted the market, right? Huge. I brought that to VIP in 2021. And glad I did. Along with that 86, you guys know the Classic 86 rune hit my Classic 86, went up a phenomenal amount. Let's just measure that. It was a nice ride to the upside, 200 and almost 300%, right? Sitting at about, let's do that on the candles just to see, because it's a huge level of success to anyone who hit that target. In terms of that, bam, yeah, 343% to the upside on rune, 343%. In terms of that, not bad. Within a number of days, within 45 days, that's a nice return, guys. So from 345, let's see, 350% down to 238%. So kind of an important move by rune as we look at it, but the completion target to the upside, just that line of resistance. I always say at some point that line of resistance wants to act as a magnet. You guys know that it just does, and the reason I just try and reframe things a little bit like that. But I'll just state, the further, it's a great example here, because the further that something wants to push laterally here, boom, with REN. The further it pushes laterally, we get into a situation where we have a decreasing line of resistance, right? So the quicker that it acts as a magnet, the more important that is, right? And that would be on a decreasing, right? That would apply to a decreasing line of resistance as opposed to an increasing line of resistance. If it's an increasing line of resistance, right, we don't care. Take your time. Literally, let's hang out down here for a while. Let's hang out, we'll hang out down here. If we have an increasing line of resistance, we'll hang out at the bottom here for, I don't mind. If it's going to act as a magnet, right? And I just like to think of a resistance like that. If we have an increasing line of resistance, hold on one second. Let me get some water. Aye, that pool today. Probably the outside weather, to tell you the truth. It wasn't just the pool and the sunshine, but just the really windy today, all this different stuff. It's like, it was sunny and nice. And, but I think it's all this stuff in the air. Everything else kind of gets to me. So excuse me. It's just it's nature's finest blowing at me 40 miles an hour while I'm getting some laps in, etc. So, but if we talk about the line of resistance up across the top, you guys know, it's like if it's going to achieve the top line resistance and we're angled to the upside, let's hang out a while. All right, let's just chill out a while. Let's continue to let price, what do we say, just wait, right? Laterally here, knowing that upside target's going to be greater. I have no problem waiting if we have a top line of resistance that's ascending. To the extent that we have a descending top line of resistance, let's get going. Let's go up. Let's do it quickly, right? It's different because now we have a constriction as opposed to that expansion. We always want to deal with the expansion in terms of price, the price mechanisms of the market to our advantage. So, looking at Ren again, we do have that upside potential, and appreciate you bringing it up. It's a nice. There are a few coins that fit this match. I know why you brought this one, and it looks sweet. It looks nice. It does look it looks good. A little bit over. I don't know. A few times it had the idea to get up and go, didn't it? Man, that what you brought me. We talked about file, didn't we? Man, that come on, man. That was tough, right? In terms of file, that was a real tough play there. So definitely, why don't I set an alert on Ren? That way we will be plugged into it. And nice find, my man. Good job. Hugely important. In terms of those technicals, he's just got them. Torque has got them without a doubt. You guys know this. So yeah, Rune has backed off a touch. I'm going to add an alert on Rune as well, if and when she wants to bust the resistance along the top. Very important. I want to see how much has Rune retraced. Important to look at that specific, and we don't know. Has it eclipsed the value of the 3L? And that's the question, huh? Has it eclipsed the value of the 3L? Close, right? Down to 31%. Pretty close. So people took a little bit earlier than indicated in terms of that top level of resistance. We hope that people took. Got to say that in terms of that. I know VIP are trading. I hope VIP took in this level. In terms of that, looking at it with a 30, I think that was expired. As we were to look at the specifics for, just understand that those 3 L's, they operate, to the upside and the downside. So when I look at, let me look at Rune 3L on the side screen. I just want to see what it did to the price. And let's just check out. I'm going to check this out on the side screen so that we are, so that I am plugged in. Let's see, Rune 3L. Yeah, let's see here. No, you are still doing fine. Looks like you're still doing fine. What did you capitulate down to? I'm going to do this on the side screen just so I can discuss this intelligently within the concept of the retrace. And now Gate treats some of these differently, without a doubt. So yeah, on Gate you lost. Gate lost 62% of the value. Gate on let's see on here, just to reframe things as we were looking at Gate brought you back to, I want to say, if I were to compare these features par on par, Gate brought you back 60% in terms of the value. 60, you lost 60% of the value trade on Rune 3L. Big deal. All right, with that most recent pullback, let's go to L Bank and see. Yeah. In terms of, sorry for coughing and stuff. We had a really windy day today, so it was just one of those deals. Let's see, L Bank. I'm going to go to L Bank on the side corner screen here. Just talk through the situation in terms of what did. Let's see here. What did Rune 3L do? Let's see here. I'll go to the markets and type in Rune 3L. Rune 3L. Now, it appears to me, just to let you guys know, that L Bank pays better on their 3L and 5Ls. Okay, it just appears to me that they pay better on the 3L and 5L coins. Okay, very important that we recognize that. Okay, because they seem to be paying better. The entry and exit may be a little more difficult. I will let you gauge that, but it seems that yes, they are paying better. So look at this as I look on the side here in terms of of Rune 3L, just because I want to talk about it. No, it's not BTC, it's not Doge, it's some, but it's guys, it's 300% in a month. So we want to know how these 3L, 5Ls, how they pay out, what have they done between the exchanges, etc. On L Bank, the 3L with the drop here of, as I look at this, the drop here of this coin. Let's see of an amount. Let's see here. Let's make this exact, precise. 32%. On 32%, L Bank went down 73%. Okay, L Bank went down 73% in terms of the entirety of that 3L coin. Okay, now Gate went down. I'm making this as precise as possible, just telling you the absolutes here. Okay, so L Bank is paying more. They're going to give you more on the upside, typically, from what I've seen. In terms of what's up, Robert Boyson? Evening or good night, Mr. London. I hope all is good. Absolutely. Good evening and good night to you. How are you, my brother? That is great to see you in the chats. What's up? What's up? So as we look at that, and just shout out to Robert. Robert, we want you to plug it on into VIP, my man. What's up? We got. Did you see Ball again? Ball completing to the upside. I brought that to VIP. Nice to see that's like number one amongst ETF. Shot up again. We're going through Rune right now. Rune and Ren. Going through ETFs, right? The 3X, the 5X. We're going through Doge, as you know, Doge. Going through BTC, and we saw this cool thing on the Cyber Rodeo. Just want to replay this for anyone who didn't see it earlier on. Look at what the Cyber Rodeo put together for Doge. Pretty cool stuff. Let me play this, and I'll get right back to the stream. All right, guys, that is just awesome, huh? That is one of the coolest things we've seen for Doge, period. Very nicely done, huh? Didn't know if you had caught that, Robert, any other VIPs, etc. It sounds like VIP music, doesn't it? It's pretty close, huh? It's pretty cool stuff. We're digging it. Very cool. We're going over Doge. Yes, I brought Doge. Ascending triangle. We talk about Doge all day long, so I brought Doge pattern. And we're talking about Doge all day long, but we did have that framework together. Looking like BTC is trying to challenge that line of resistance. I'd like to see that. Maybe BTC wants to break out. Doge up and rolling at 3.73% to the upside on the hourly time frame. I really liked the ascending triangle that we focused on in the back. Just buyers needed to come into the market. You guys see what Elon's doing with Doge. Pretty cool, guys. Not a lot of coins have that factor, right? I know it's down. I know it's down. I wonder if Elon can do anything with it. What do you guys think? I mean, is that just it's so interesting how people get tested in the market. They want something immediately. They want it overnight. If they don't have it by tomorrow, they're out. You know, it's over. I don't want it anymore. It's like, you know, it's the market, man. It's going to take a while. It's crypto. For people who've been around longer, it's like if you can master that level of patience, it's going to do well for you. It's just it takes a while. We're talking about, so you see that nice framework here in terms of, and look at on the hourly, guys. On that hourly, the line of resistance on Doge, pretty nice. As you see on the bottom left, you see BTC, and guys, on a big screen TV, I'm telling you, big screen TV is required for this stuff. I know that you think, well, I got it on a handheld, I got it on my maybe computer. Big screen TV is the way to go here, guys. It makes a difference, okay? This, you know, stick a TV up there. Just do something, right? If it's in your room, in your office, where it is, just make sure you've got the ability to see the technicals. So it looks like BTC on the 1 hourly wants to push up and above, at least into this line of resistance. Would love to see some price action from that 38.2, that specific target that we streamed live about. And maybe I need to get a little bit more indignant or letting you know, a little bit more outspoken when we're at a line of support or resistance to let you know, yes, people are entering at this price. I do say that. I don't say it. I'm not like vehement about it. Like I'm not like really, it's not the. And I have to say, Robert, I really appreciate you saying good evening. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you, because I stream late at night like this sometimes, and it's nice for people just to say hello, just nice courtesy. I'm going to put that. Thank you for the courtesy, Robert. Very important to me. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to put respect. Thank you, but much respect to you. I appreciate that very much. That says a lot, brother. We would love to have you in VIP anytime. It's important for us that you move up at some point to VIP. Just check it out for a month. Say, I'm going to do this for a month. 2 months, whatever it is. Just kick it for the year, bro. See what you got. You'll learn a lot back there. We're continually, we got a group like Slim, from Slim to Pathfinder to Richard to Freddie to Luke. We're AJ, Angel. We're really attacking the market, brother. I mean, you got to know that. And if you don't have all the time in the world to do it, that's all the more reason you need some guys that are putting the charts together and talking about them and what's going to move next, reinforcing the idea, not being overexposed. It's nice. So I'm talking about Ren right now versus Rune. Rune, which went up, and looking at this, I'm discussing between L Bank and between L Bank and Gate, because we started off on Gate 2021, and it was nice. It was a nice exchange. I really like the technicals on it, without a doubt. The thing that I'm going to say is that L Bank, I'm excited to say they're paying more on their specific 3L and 5L coins. So there's a downside risk to that as well. I'm going to say, I'm going to put Doge. Let me put this here. I'm going to put this in the charts real quickly. Wasn't that cool in terms of the overall drone deal, etc.? It's pretty cool. Elon's cool dude. Very nice for Dogecoin in the house. Doge 5L. Okay, if you guys don't know about 5L, 3L, etc., I'm going to put Doge 5L and pin the message to the top, and you guys can see that L Bank link there. That's where we'd like to trade now. Gate is going through some problems, so to the extent, or restrictions, maybe not problems. Maybe they're getting some problems fixed. We don't know. Look at the upside target for Dogecoin. It is technically higher than where we're at, right? From that ascending triangle on the 1 hourly. Oh, shoot, not on Rune. Let me get back up here. There we go. In terms of that specific top line resistance, hugely important. Top line resistance, we had indicated a flat top line resistance. That was the key feature. Anytime I see one, I'm letting the VIP know, hey, top flat line, ascending line of support. Boom. May have an ascending triangle. Bam. That is what we are in the process of completing. And it's right along, let's go back on the 5 minute. It's not indicated on the 5 minute. You had to catch it on the hourly, right? We dispense with the notion of the descending triangle, just so you guys know. And we're not over focused on Doge, but guys, I mean, look at Elon. And I mean, come on, man. People want to make money in 2022. Good idea. Why don't you follow the guy who's made more money than anybody else on the planet? Maybe that's a good idea. What do you guys think? I know it's down, and most people think that's bad. I don't think that's a bad thing in crypto. If you guys know crypto, that's a good thing. So in terms of the line of support, picking up this line of support, crucial, that 50% retracement. If you picked up right at that specified level, you're 6.69%. Your 5Ls up between 30 and 35% in a day and 8 hours. So hugely important, very, very nice. And I was measuring out for Rune. Rune was a coin that I brought in 2021 to the VIP. Let's go through the basics real quickly here, just to talk about one more time here. 347% on Rune, but 347%, but you did capitulate 32%. So on the 3L coin, I want to talk about, if you said I want 3 times those specific returns, right? I want to multiply my returns by 3. Ooh, okay, cool. That's the idea. You want to multiply your returns by 3. It's awesome. It goes up 20%. You want 60%. Awesome. Let's roll. That's good to the upside, but then to the downside, it gets a little bit difficult. You guys know this. So, you know, really, I want to drift this back just a touch here. Let me look at this in terms of doing the diagnostics on this for you guys. Looking back like 17, let me look back 21 days on this chart right here. Okay, 21 days on this chart is going to tell me something in terms of how far along this is. Yeah, you've capitulated, and you're back to this specific zone. It's playing the way that it should play, I guess, from a value of 0. It's just, it's quite, I'm going to tell you, the more return that you get on the upside, and it should be this way in your exchange. You guys know it should be this way. The more return that you get on the upside, you're going to experience that potentially on the downside. So a 75% drop in terms of if you've been carrying up 3L the entirety of the way, if you didn't sell, if you didn't take, you got to 75% of your profits potentially just gone, right? That's a big deal. It looks like 30% on the screen. That's 75%, so that's a big hit. Guys, you got to hit that button. You guys know this, right? Nice coin torque. We'll be looking at it. It's on the map. I got a specific what would we say? I have an alert fashioned for it. I'll even add an alert for the top line resistance. Okay, we have not seen these just cold busting out to the upside yet. However, to the extent that we would see something like Ren and something like Rune take off, and guys, Rune 300+% in a short period of time. It's a cool project. The reason I brought it to VIP in 2021 was I don't know, a good friend of mine who I value very much had told me something about it. He's one of the most preeminent, believe it or not, one of the most preeminent wealth advisors in the United States of America. Period. He is. And he mentioned this to me, that someone had mentioned it to him, and I'm like, that's very good. I really appreciate the kindness. And I told him about Luna. Way down there. Now, Luna did not recapitulate 86%. So whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing, you got the value here of what he had presented to me. But yeah, that's good. He presented something to us that has done well, 300%, etc. after an 86% drop. And yeah, I was able to give him Luna, which was nice. That Angel and I traded Luna a bit last year and had a good time with it. And Angel, if you are in the audience, we would love to hear something from you in terms of how are you? What is going on? I imagine you're trading. I would believe that you would be trading and plugged into the number one group, which is your group. But I don't know. Maybe the week is different. I don't know. Maybe you're at the Cyber Rodeo. If that is occurring, I don't know. I never really took you as a rodeo guy. But all the love from the heart. Hope you're doing well, big guy. So looking at BTC and Angel invested in Bitcoin at $7.79. What's up? Looking at the 30-minute, looking at the different time frames on BTC, the 5 minute. Look at Frankie O. Frankie O in the house. What is up, Frankie O? We got to do some music. We got to do something cool. We got a VIP in the house. What's up, Frankie in the house? Man, we are excited. Hold on one second. Let me find some, man, this is cool stuff. Let me play some, how about some music for Frankie real quickly. And let's see if we can get that rolling. Frankie, we want to know a little bit about you. Let us know about your trade style. How are you, brother? This is awesome, huh? And Frankie, I'll hook you up in the back, etc. We want to make sure that you're detailed up with all of the essentials. Hey, we got another guy in the mix. What is up? What's up? What's up? Boom. We are so excited to have you in the back, Frankie. Frankie, let me ask you, what is your Twitter handle? We got to say this. What is your Twitter handle? Like right away, we have to say, what is your Twitter handle? Very, very important. And let me see if I've got some cool tunes to throw your way. I think so. We'd like to do something cool in terms of just joining. I'll probably do something like, let's see, which one? So Frankie, my man, let's see what we got. Turn that music down a little bit. See if I can turn that down a little bit. But I wanted to rock it out, man. We gotta rock this, huh? We got a new VIP. We gotta rock this. That is for Frankie. And Frankie, I've got some additional stuff to play and do, but it's not all perfectly synced up right now. I just got to tell you, I'm just so excited. I got like 3 or 4 buds. I'm like, let's play some. That's kind of our song. If you were looking earlier on, in terms of like the deal. Well, we see we got Slim. What we got? Slim's in the house. Slim, we got Frankie joining. What's up? It was in the Tesla in Texas, the Giga Texas Factory Cyber Road show tonight. Very, very nice. It was at Tesla in Texas, the Giga Show Factory, a Cyber Rodeo show tonight. Yeah, that's right. And Slim, I got to let you know, Slim, we have Frankie. What's up, Frankie? That is so cool. I'm so excited about this, Frankie, because we love people who trade. And what do you say? It was, I say, past time I joined, I've been slaughtered for the past couple of months in crypto trading. Hoping Ben in this club will help me out. Thanks. Yo, you're in the right place, brother. Want to let you know. Without a doubt, you may have been overexposed. We're going to have to work on some discipline, bro. Yeah, some discipline. Consistency and discipline will help you more in the market. In this sphere. Absolutely, Frankie. Let me go. I'm going to go on the side screen here and see if I can bring up your Twitter and get you plugged in stat to the group. And we're going to see what we got here. Really important to have a community. That's so great. Let me put in Frank White MMM. There we go. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and follow you. If you have a profile picture, it will be better for our algorithm. If you can, I'm going to go ahead and text you now. Can you put a profile pic in? Can you put a profile pic in? And I mean the algorithm on, just so that you know, pic on Twitter, please. And for the algorithm on Twitter, we have a profile picture on Twitter, please. Welcome to Basecamp, not to Basecamp, to have this up on my Basecamp screen. Restricted zone, VIP, bam. Okay, just to let you know, in terms of Frankie, I have I put a message together for you. You're right here. This is you. I'm going to go ahead and follow you. I've already followed you. If you'll put up a profile photo for us, I'll get you in the back rooms in terms of our VIP. I'll also make sure that you have all the details in terms of book we use, everything we kind of adhere to, and we like to focus on New York Institute of Finance. I know you know the details. I would imagine by now if you've gone ahead and joined, but we're just really excited about this. We will get you up and running. Let's see what we got. Not far from my house. I'm in Houston, Texas. Robert's in Houston, Texas. What's up, Robert? A lot of you, mic must be low. Let's see what we got. Let me see if it is low. Mic, a little bit better now. Let's see. TV on 90 so I could hear you good, loud. It hit my funny bone on laptop when I jumped. That's funny. Let's see what we got. Your mic must be because that VIP alert scared me when it came through the TV speakers. Good. Okay, good. I just turned up the mic a little bit, but yeah, it is low. I had it set like this because sometimes I have to over exhaust the microphone versus the other sounds. So anyway, if it woke you up, that's a good thing. Sometimes your alerts, if you have your headphones on for TradingView, will absolutely just they'll splinter you, won't they? That's like whatever you're up against. Be careful, right? It's just funny, huh? So yeah, my mic is low because sometimes I have it too high and it picks up too much feedback from me talking. So I've tried to lower that down just a bit. So Frankie, really important to have a community like this here. So we're excited, Frankie. And are you on Twitter a lot? Let me ask you. Are you on Twitter a lot, Frankie? Is that a good way for me to keep in touch with you over the next few days as I get you into the group? Hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow morning. And I just say that because we'll be, we'll get you back there ASAP. Just need to make sure that, a few different details are put together. You understand how the group works in terms of, like, we don't shill, we don't refer to other influencers. My deal in VIP, just so you guys know, I want you to be responsible for your success. I want you to value your own TA more than anybody else. Okay? And if you're constantly looking for the answer from other people like that with TA, and you don't hone the skills yourself, I just promise you it's going to be a more difficult. Endeavor for you. You're going to find things more challenging. Always looking outside for the. Okay, good. I appreciate that, Frank. Good. And you got your badge together. That's good to hear. And just nice. We got another member of VIP in the house. That's what we're all about. We love when traders get together with us, and particularly if you've had difficulty in the market. It's a great reason to join. Absolutely, because the market can be ruthless, and it has been ruthless. It has been ruthless. Slim is a I mean, I'd say I'm still laughing about this. 99, the mic just floored you. It threw you out of your TV set. Sorry about that, Slim. But yeah, I'll work on all the details with the mic, etc. I have my backup rig, to tell you the truth. My backup rig is still here. I like it. It's lightweight. It's got a nice graphics processor. It handles everything well. But it's not like one of these control things with all the nodules and it's not like when you go to the back of like a studio production center. You got like 15 trillion buttons, and it's not like that. It's as cool as I can kind of keep it in my office here, just kind of real smooth, right? With nice, performance laptop, real high performance laptop, some side screens and different things. But I don't like all the buttons and different switches, and I don't want to have to go to trade school to stream, right? So, what were we talking about? Well, Frankie just surprised the heck out of us. Congratulations, Frankie. Very, very nice to have you. Let me ask also, what have you been trading, Frankie? And let's just ask Frankie what's he been trading, and let's get to know Frankie a little bit in the chat. That's real crucial for us to know what your background is. What have you had success with? Your favorite thing to trade? Maybe what has been your least favorite thing to trade? Right? That's those are both important considerations. We look at BTC on the bottom left, and Slim, I appreciate the fact you have this on a big screen TV. What's up, right? And sorry you had it up to 90. That's loud, huh? Well, you're awake now, huh? That is the truth. You are awake now. TradingView does that to me sometimes. If I have the alerts on here on my specific TradingView set up all across the board, people get so annoyed because I'll have like 200 coins with alerts on them. It'll be beeping back and forth, boom, boom, boom. And at some point I'm like, I got to quit this, because it's when the market really flies out the handle to the upside or downside, it'll hit all my alerts when I have the market programmed, and it's a lot, right? So, and those come through really loudly sometimes. So I'm glad that it was just one song, etc. You can kind of adjust, and that's a cool song. But your neighbors may have woken up, or your family, or who knows? They're like, what are you doing in the room? It's just your office, even. I don't know. Depending upon if I say Pathfinder. Shout out to Pathfinder. He's in Slovenia right now. It's like pure daytime over there. So it's funny, whoever is listening, wherever you are, we are excited to have you. Looking at BTC on somewhat of definitely a triangulation, somewhat of a pennant feature. Run to the upside. We have this initiation of resistance to support, resistance, support, resistance, support. We're looking, boom, to move to the upside. It looks like it wants to go. I'm going to tell you guys that in terms of BTC, it looks like it wants to go. She's full of surprises all the time, but it looks like she wants to go. Now, Doge up 3.32%. Nice to see. And was it Ball got up and out? Boom, again. Congratulations to the VIP who decided to trade Ball. I have to say that I brought that 2 nights ago, and it just is consistent. And I waited for a while tonight to stream, and Frankie, I'm glad that you're here during this hour. Anyone else who's kind of off hours right now, it's kind of worth it to us to get in touch with Frankie, have him join our VIP. I'm so excited, and legitimately, I mean, you have to know we really, really appreciate VIP. Like, without a doubt. It's just like when we get more guys in the back who are either, and again, the deal is you either, blue collar, white collar, it doesn't matter like what you are, just absolutely you want to beat the market. That's hugely important to us. And the more guys that are framed like that with solid technicals as being like the mechanism to do it, it's just, and it's not always the answer you want. I want to tell you, because a lot of people, I think of Freddie. Freddie is trading well right now. He wants to get out of it. I think he won't mind me saying this. Freddie, much love to you, brother. But he was telling me today, he's like, in London, I want to get out of my daytime gig and trade full time. He's close to being able to do that. I'll just tell you, he's close to being able to do that. He's really gone. He's going places with his trading, without a doubt. But it's taken him a while. It has taken him a while, and it's still not the answer he wants, because he'd like to book the trade tomorrow to do the 5X on his account, and literally just, as we would look at it, he would like to do this tomorrow, like yesterday. I'm just going to multiply my account by 5 or 10. right? And then I won't ever have to work again. That's not the real approach to do it. And he's really, really got a lot of discipline to him. So he has grown his account well since joining VIP. Like, I think he'll tell you he doubled his account when he joined VIP, but he's let back a little bit on the reins, not as aggressive with that level of, he absorbed a lot of risk early on. That's possible when you join VIP, but getting used to that, he's really become accustomed now to just, very gentle entries, okay, in terms of, getting the direction of the price down, not being afraid of the price action whatsoever, but respecting the market and its ability to throw you sideways. And I know you know that, Frankie. It's just one of those deals. Its ability to throw you sideways, it can happen, right, in a heartbeat. Picking the direction of, it's like picking the direction of the market. Yes, we have the patterns. Yes, we have the expectations. But you'll see some of the biggest guys go down. Some of the biggest guys will go down. You'll even see big hedge funds go down, right? So look at, now we're going, Doge up 4.1%. This would be an example of a trade you definitely would have had being in the back for VIP. So that's exciting. We pointed out this ascending triangle framework earlier on, and it's not without commenting, as we would look at, the returns are, they're not bad, guys. Looking at, let's look at Doge 5L. Looking at Doge 5L, you're looking at a nice return so far, like 20, over 20. It's at 4.26%. This is a true return on LBank. And I encourage you to get an LBank account from that pinned tweet. That will link our data, Frankie. And I think LBank is the best option right now. We don't use illegal exchanges right now in terms of something that's restricted or not approved in the USA. We do not. As soon as we thought about it, we said no. And then I guess the FBI has a brand new, I don't know, what do they have, a crypto unit or something? I'm like, we're fine with U.S. exchanges. It was funny. I studied military intel, strategic intel. Just studied strategic military intelligence. Some of those guys are prior military, et cetera. They, it's a big kind of FBI type crowd. Maybe some of those guys may go in to work with intel, FBI. I don't know. It's a guess. But so I keep tabs on some of this stuff as it may apply to intelligence, which is sometimes law enforcement, things like that. But I mean, it's like, no, FBI has a new squadron, patrol, with cyber choppers and whatever else, unmanned drone cyber choppers that are, reinforcing Stingray technology on whatever traders. And I'm like, well, okay, like, we're fine. We don't trade on KuCoin. We're fine. So it all goes to say, it's just, additionally, anything that is potentially restricted, we do not want to have any kind of a situation where your money could be in a problematic scenario and there would be no recourse to help you, right? If I were to push something that's not necessarily licensed, something would happen to your money and there's no recourse, something's not licensed, that creates a big issue, right? So we're always very, very cognizant of that, aside from kind of the joking with the good guys, right? They always say the good guys win, so we always try and all be good guys. Sometimes it seems impossible, but we try to always be the good guys in everything we do. Not that we can't have fun, but looking at simple stuff like, an approved exchange, et cetera. And I have to say LBank has been good thus far. And in terms of the structure here, let's just go through Doge since it's on the move, right? This ascending triangle on the hourly. And we shout out to all of our, seriously, we have a good crowd for ex-military. I was talking about Richard earlier on. There's some different DOD, what is it, DOD police? Who was that? We've had a lot of cool dudes in our group. Just military. I don't know why we get along with that group. I think the algorithm probably picks up on the fact when I say military, strategic military intelligence, et cetera, stuff like that. We just pick up on the algorithm. Freddie's an example. What is Freddie? Freddie's in oversight of like inspections. I think city inspections, just odd stuff. Just in terms of not compartmentalized with. I say odd, but he wants to see anything that is odd, right? But in terms of the component nature, like how did Freddie find us? I think that is a bit odd that he would just come into the foray here in terms of like, he found our trade group. And I'm like, how did he find us? Then then military guys find us, then some whoever else, may find us. I don't know how that algorithm works. It's just however it's put together. The one thing that's consistent is people that want to beat the market. So, and a lot of the military guys have the logistical skills behind their kind of their disciplined trade set as well. And it's cool that maybe it's not odd to the extent that Freddie, he deals with inspections. He's always really looking into things and seeing what may be right or wrong with something. So he, with charts, etc., he's got that eye. He has that ability to discern, right? Looking forward to a great 2022. And Frankie, my man, what's up? We're looking forward to seeing what all goes on. I'm just introducing some of the guys in the back early to you as we talk about Freddie. He was the champ in January 2022 this year. He just bulldozed a line of resistance like this one. And it was on BTC. It was a tough line. I said, anyone who trades through this line of resistance, it would be the equivalent. I said, anyone, it was a worse line than this. I said to him and everyone else, really, I was listening, I said, anyone who bulldozes through this line of resistance, that trades through this line of resistance, I'll give you a trophy. And so he did it in January. I gave him the trophy. He was the January champ in 2022. BTC pushing. We're going to framework to BTC real quickly just to look at where we're at. We have variable lines across the top, right? Always check your candle wicks. 2022, check your candle wicks, okay? On the 5-minute, you'll see that you have some extra room up along the top here, okay? Definitely, boom, boom. Make sure you are on your trading station. And one thing I'll say as well is Frankie, as you're looking at a difficult year, and shout out to all the VIP. I have to say that. Shout out to the VIP, our top level of membership, #1 trade group. I know that. I know this, guys. It's not even a question for me, nor Angel, nor any of the VIP. It's just a great group. And in terms of the flash and pizzazz, I try and just keep it focused on you guys. You guys know this. I try and keep it very centered and focused on you guys. Look at this specific 30-minute time frame now is giving us a nice indication, whereas we have broken out and faked out. The 30 minutes giving you a very nice indication right now in terms of a confirmation. It's changed into a nice confirmation on the specifics for BTC. Understand within the framework of the top line here of the 30-minute, please pay attention. Switch to the candle wicks. Bam, you still have a top line of resistance that needs to be broken. So you don't want to chew and whittle away your trade so much that you would say, well, then let's check the next level of resistance, then the next level of resistance, then the next. I mean, at some point, the key is if you're really into it, you wanted to trade BTC, bam, in line yesterday when we were talking about that specified pickup level, right? That would have been the nice entry spot there, right? Let's just discuss this on the daily. Let's go 4 hourly, right? The key focal here, if you're looking for, to enter now, well, I got to tell you, this was a better time frame to enter. While we were streaming live, bam, we were right on that specific Fibonacci, that 38.2, right? We say, guys, buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. So hitting your targets, that Fibonacci framework to the downside, that's really crucial as you look at establishing a position lower. And Frankie, this is what you'll get used to, is like a lower, meaning this line right here, bam, that pivot, boom. Out of all this price action in this range, where would you have wanted to enter? And multiple times agreed, but where would you have wanted to enter in the entirety of this entire range? That's the question. Bam, right there. There's the answer, right? That is our target. There's nobody else's target in the entire market. That's below the 50% naturally indicated on the Fibonacci. This right here, bam, that is our target. That's on the 4 hourly. And as you look at it, that is the answer, right? And you would have wanted to enter multiple times. You guys know that. But for the ones who entered at our target, that's the solution, man. To just riding easy, right? You've never been out of the money, right? You even if you decided to hold this as a long-term position, to explore positive price, you just haven't been out of the money, right? It's continually been higher lows from here. So to the extent that we're holding this on BTC, this resistance to support function on the 4 hourly, just do note on the 1 hourly a little bit of a frustrated level here. This level of top resistance here that comes into the framework on the 1 hourly. We have a bullish feature on BTC, okay, and we're going to be charging into that level of resistance on the hourly. Now, if you have a lower level of entry on that specific, as we talked about, on that specific Fibonacci, you're ahead of the game, right? So that's the idea. A lot of times, just park some position into a Fibonacci, always covering your upside exposure with lower targeting. That's the key. We've seen a lot of success from individuals who are taking that approach. That's why we reinforce it in the market, i.e. Doge, just so you know. And I just gotta say, with the Giga Texas, etc., that's some cool stuff, dudes. like super cool, right? I mean, in terms of the drones, everything else, like come on. I mean, Doge not going to do anything, huh? Man, a couple $100 billion is not going to do anything with Doge. Huh? It's going to it's going to wind up being a joke that costs everybody money. I don't think so. I just don't think so, guys. Not in the playbook. So, in terms of trading it, I'll just tell you guys, as we would look at it, you say, well, it's just going up. It's just going up. Oh, yeah, sure. It's just going up, huh? I bring this up for anybody who traded it during this time frame. You'll get used to it when it goes up because it's also going to want to go down, period. Okay, this framework in here, oh, it's going to be easy. Oh, it's going to go up. Yeah, and then it's going to go down. Then it's going to go down 50%. And then it's, look at this, guys. It's Dogecoin is going up 528%. You're going to get 5x on your money. That's great. Then it's going to go down 50% in one day. Beautiful. Well, then it's going to go back up 90% in 3 days. Right, guys? And then what's the story there? Well, then it's going to go down 62% in the next 4 days. 62% in the next 4 days. Oh, but it's going up. We can't wait for it to go up. You guys see this. It's going to go up 500%. It's going to go back down 50%. It's going to go back up, guys. Look at this. Go back up, another 100% before it goes down 60%. Then it's going to go up. Don't worry about it. Oh, the big deal. Then it's going to go up another 3 to 4x. Oh. Then it's going down another 40, 50, 60%, 70%, right? In 11 days, guys. You guys get this. This is some phenomenal way to make some cash and book some trades, but you have got to be steeped in TA. You have got to be plugged in. When we talk about the VIP and the back rooms, everything else like that, you guys, and I say that, Frankie, to you, it requires a lot of focus. It requires a lot of, dare I say, like Angel will say, it's a lot of work to trade. It's not all, and he's right. It requires a lot of attention, a lot of focus. You never feel like you're working when you do something that you love. That's the one thing that I would say in terms of your participation in the market. But you just see those. I mean, Doge is one of the biggest money makers in the market in 2021, period. Like, without a doubt. To the extent that it starts to repeat some of that pricing behavior, just understand the ramifications of big price action to the upside, 50% discounts all over the place. Are you going to be there at that 50% level, at that 60% level? Do you have your level squared away in terms of your Fibonacci's, etc.? Hugely important. And the problem is, I just tell people frequently, it's not if you can make money. That's not the question in crypto. It's how much money can you make. That's what gets people a little bit, what do we say? Shout out to Linda. What's up, Slim? Nice, brother. What's up? I love that, huh? Nice Slim is VIP in the house. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thanks, brother. Yeah, we got some new let's see, features here in terms of the VIP buttons. They're cool, huh? We got some new VIP buttons and some different stuff, and we'll be doing some additional features. I want to shout out to Pathfinder. Pathfinder has a gift with this stuff. So he's going to make a translucent Doge. He's going to up our Doge game, and he's going to do some additional stuff. So it's going to be really cool. Boom. Slim. Boom. Shout out to Slim. Boom. Boom. There we go. My man. Bam. There we go. So, yeah, nice to have you. Nice to have you here. And in terms of, so you guys see the story on Doge, and Slim has been through it. He's called himself the Doginator. I mean, he's serious, guys. He's into this stuff because he's been through the ups and downs. I mean, but when you're in it and it's gone down 65% in a number of hours, it's gone down 20 or 30%, or it's pouring down through the floor and it might go down 30 or it might go down 60, you better have your A game on, guys. You literally better know what you're doing at that point. It's one thing to say, no, I got it. I'm going to buy the dip. You ain't going to buy that dip. You're going to freak out and you're going to lose it. Like 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to lose it. The little success stories you hear of where people, well, they held up to 75 cents. I just decided to get out. I just decided that was it. I had made enough money. That guy's like one in 1,000, 1 in 10,000, maybe one in 50,000. Literally, a lot of people traded Doge. You could lose money in Doge. You could lose money in any coin in the right-hand screen here, period. you have to know your TA, and it's not that difficult. You guys here all know that. But giving yourself an advantage when things start to really move, that's the name of the game. And we could go through the details, whether it be on BTC, and the guys in the back know this on BTC, right? In terms of like finding, like I changed the name to Bitcoin Spike because we were in the back and I found this just small ascending triangle. And you talk about focus, need to focus. Small ascending triangle, bam, right in this zone. It was literally focused right in the center of that specific deal. I mean, it wasn't that big. Boom, literally, just absolute the smallest ascending triangle you're going to find. Wham, time to jump, boom, 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 and just wham, move to the upside. Just nice within this range here, bam, move to the upside. But we caught that low, the low, guys, within like 20, 30 bucks, right? So getting into the framework of this on the 4-hourly low here, getting that value, appreciating where the levels and the targets are, knowing beyond the Fibonacci's, what's the next level? Is it a breakout level? Potentially, right? As we would look at a potential prior breakout, right? As we would look at a previous breakout, establishing the Fibonacci's from the point of breakout up and through, right? The low, the high, the different time frames. How do we get into this specific level? 86 on XYZ, point of breakout here. Bam, bam. We had raised this just a touch in line with our 86. Let me get into the framework here. And that pre-designated level here was a prior breakout, Fibonacci up and over. And I don't always tell everybody how I got that target that I did, which is the low on the 4-hourly, which is fine with me. It's my favorite time frame. That's great. In terms of specificity, we could have been a little bit more specific. I would have had to do core value acquisition, right, in terms of that lower level. But previous breakout, boom, 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 to the upside, right? Essentially that flat line across. That's how I got that lower than the 50%, which was fine with me because essentially it was a pour down moment for the residual of the market who had already picked up. And understand this, guys, it becomes emotional when you got a position in here, or if you're on leverage and you just picked up on the 50%, on the 50%, let's just call this like this. We had different targets in the market, 50% retracement. Then this, bam, this was my target below. So as people were getting into leverage, ready to go up, etc., they were all excited about it. It's everything going up in the right direction. We, increasing leverage, wham, bam, right down to our prior breakout zone of this specific feature here. So this back to this level. So in terms of having the preparation, it doesn't seem like it's fun sometimes. Like, well, that's too much work. You shouldn't have to work that hard to trade. Man, you have to try and master the market. I'm going to tell you that. If you don't enjoy mastering the market, if you don't enjoy beating the competition, then the market's probably not for you. It's just, and to the extent that you want to hang out and have fun and buy stuff, that's cool. If you have a good allowance or otherwise, that's no problem. And I just say that because you almost need one. If you just want to hang out all the time and just buy stuff, that's fine. You have an allowance because someone's going to need to take care of that, right? It's an expensive habit. You guys know that it legitimately is an expensive habit to have. Anyone who buys a lot of crypto, they will agree with me. It's like, yeah, the allowance is not a bad statement there. It's just the truth. So looking at and I kind of joke, some guys around here buy a lot of crypto and they don't have an allowance. They're probably giving out a few though. In terms of, can you imagine, you guys lucky if you don't have kids so far? Can you imagine the kid wanting more crypto every week? It's like you're gonna need it. We're gonna need to develop some chores for this. You guys imagine that? That'd be tough. Huh? I'm glad we're not doing that. For the record, glad we're not doing that. My godson is fine. He does not need an allowance for crypto. Not right now. If they would spend it on crypto, maybe that's a good idea. But it's interesting, a new dynamic. Looking at top line resistance, guys, on BTC from the lines on the 5-minute. You guys see lines on the 5-minute being challenged. Just be careful as you look at this on the 5-minute. You see that we have already broken out once. Boom. Here, see that? Fake out on the 5-minute. You guys see that? So we're in another zone here. The candles are going to be the most protective in terms of giving you that realistic framework to look at for the breakout. And it looks like we have just crested up upon that level of resistance that I indicated earlier would be that top line threshold with the candle work. Boom. Up and along that feature, we may have just slightly faked out, but we're pushing like we want to conquer that level. I'll tell you guys, on the specific lines on the 5-minute that we're currently trying to confirm prior resistance as support to move up is a big deal. Let's go BTC. Let's get up and go. Let's prove that we have some buyers at this level. Hugely important that we have some buyers at this level. We'll look at the amplitude move here. We'll also look at the let's see here, the specific, let's go to the line, let's go to a parallel channel function. Again, we have a symmetrical triangulation. Anytime we have a symmetrical triangulation, we're going to be looking at that specific carry up feature from the support to the resistance, period. And we've been very, excuse me, let me get some additional water here. Was outside today, just 2 seconds. Let me get some water real quickly. Thank you. Had to get some water. Looking at the different patterns today, I brought this up in the back to the VIP, and it's very important that we focus on this. The fact that I informed the VIP when I go through different patterns on a chart, please listen to this, guys, or on multiple charts or on multiple time frames of the same coin, essentially. What I'm doing is pointing out the different possibilities of that specific, let's say, the chart. We mentioned this earlier on tonight as well. If you're just joining, appreciate that. Please hit the like button. Would appreciate that, and we're excited to be here with VIP tonight. What's up? We have Frankie has just joined. Frankie's a seasoned trader, and he's excited about trading with the number one group. I'll let you know that, and we're excited to have him. And it's going to be a great 2022. Give it some time. Give it a little bit of time, and walk smoothly into it. Just remember, walk. Don't necessarily run as we look at it. And in terms of the goals for 2022, we can't wait to hear how those line themselves out. And I'll be chatting with you. We'll go through those. Everybody has goals for 2022, so we'll line that out. It doesn't have to be too serious, but just like what do you want to accomplish, and we'll make sure that we try and facilitate that in each and every way we can, brother. So talking about different time frames, different patterns, different. Right, how many? At some point, it seems like we're just, and it's nice to see Doge up to the upside. Just brought it to VIP earlier. It's nice. We'll take 4% on move on a coin any day. On a 5L position right now, up over 20%. We'll take that any day on a coin, guys. Great move. If we can accomplish a 70, 80, 90% move, that'd be nice. To the extent that we're looking at a 4.2% to the upside, it's amongst the top movers right now. So Doge doing extremely well. Had some help from Giga Texas. I trust you all saw that by now. Played that a few times. Very cool deal with Elon continuing to support Doge. And I just don't think that support's going to go anywhere. I think we are maybe in I just like to say we're in the midst of a Doge rebound, right? An official rebound. I'll say right now we are along a line of support that has traded very well. Period. As I brought this up earlier on to VIP, yes, we are along a line of support, pushed a bit into that line of support, as has BTC. Along a few crucial lines indicated, BTC is pushing the limit. And interesting conversation. If you guys want to have an interesting conversation on BTC, very interesting. Let's go to Doge, go to the targets real quickly to see if there's any, let's say, likelihood that we are up along a specified target level right now. You guys know that, let's say, that BTC is in the process of potentially breaking out. Very important that you guys acquire on that specific Fibonacci level that we talked about last night. If we're streaming, we were streaming, but to the extent that you were there, if you were there, be the better way to put that. If we were streaming, yes, but if we were streaming and you caught it. So to the extent the upside target in terms of this, let's say ascending triangle, maybe getting a little tired here, that ascending line of support, the flat top of resistance, right? What would be indicated would be an additional up to the 15.48, an additional here, bam, 1.77% to the upside, additionally indicated by that 1 hourly chart. We had some contraindications on the 4 hourly for a while. I was showing VIP. At one point, we were indicating a descending triangle. I didn't bring it up to be bearish. I didn't bring it up, but we had a hitch here. We were down. I didn't bring it up for any other reason to demonstrate to the VIP. Always, if I bring 5 different patterns, it's not that I'm being inconsistent. I want to show you what the people are looking at on the different time frames. That's it. I want you to see, do we have a consensus? Do we have a lack of consensus? And the more noise that it feels like, or the more, disorganized that the coin feels like, it's not just to you. So please don't take it personally if we're ever exploring like 3 or 4 different patterns and different time frames. I'm demonstrating to you what's frustrating the market as well, right? So we take that in, we assess the different time frames, we look at them, and no, we don't have a consensus. There's not a confirmation or an agreement between the specific these specific, we would say the different time frames, right? So that's always important for us to assess things as such. Okay, in that light, I think it could be appreciated best, right? If it's just I want it to be appreciated by VIP when we discuss the different patterns of different time frames. That yes, it's with the understanding that it's just a comprehensive review of the technicals on the different time frames. Do we have this? Do we have the same signal? Right? Are we getting the same message, same signal, same targets on every time frame, or do we have five different, let's say on five different time frames, we have five different patterns with five different specific targets, right? That's not going to five different targets. Um, that's not going to be as strong of an indication that it's really got the attention of all. The specific target you're after has the attention of all of the traders, right? So does that reduce the likelihood of us reaching the target? Throwing in that risk or of variability, okay, from the approach of the participants. I just always want to cover that, and to the extent that that's it's not common talk around here. Not no one normally is going to discuss, like, why would we talk about all the different time frames, right? It's just crucial that we discuss that. I want you guys to know and to be able to always keep that in context. It's like, no, we're talking about if you guys bring three different patterns to me, beautiful, fine, on different time frames. I get it. You guys get it, right? We've had this discussion in terms of the need to know, like, is there a consensus among the time frames, right? I'll normally just drop in something that say contraindicated on lower time frames, or if it's a bad pattern here, like in terms of this specific framework, looking at this, this is not a flat top here necessarily, right? We have a bit of a defect on this top line resistance required for the ascending triangle. On the 1 hourly, it's fine. On this lower time frame, the 5 minute is not fine. We would like a flat top, period, guys. I want a flat top, right? I don't want variability to the extent that it's within a threshold, of just the threshold, the level of variability that's allowable, right? As we would look at this specific pattern, we can make that call on a judgment basis. It is going to include our own subjective judgment there too, within I want to say within the some rules, some designated kind of next level kind of rules that we would look at, like a level of support. Is it holding? Well, generally we look at like a 1%. Is it within 1% of the actual trend line? That would be like a threshold that we would look at, right? Is it within that level of permissible variability? If we're along a level of support and it's pushed 1% beyond, that 1% is a key level that we would typically look at, okay? So with that in understanding, just going through the technicals, I just want to reframe everything in 2022 around the technicals. I want you guys to be as technically sound as you can be, because when you're, good gosh, guys, look at your trading program. Look at, and I hope you guys can see some of these menus on the left just pop up. But you guys, you know this. Look at this is a very technical. The entirety of this is technical. When you get into a trade book, anything beyond crypto.com, you guys know this. Anything beyond crypto.com, you're getting into some technical issues. You're getting into the order book. You're getting into futures. You're getting into some issues that are highly technical, that require an incredible amount of understanding of the market, the intricacies of it. So the more that we deal with the issues on the screen, right, with leverage on coins, etc., it's not impossible. It's intuitive. You guys are drawn to the market, so you pick up on it quickly, probably more quickly than the average guy, because you guys are attracted towards really beating the market. You don't want to participate, you want to beat it. So I'm assuming you have some aptitude for it at some point. Doesn't make it quote unquote easy. So looking at this framework here, let's diagnose. It's kind of an interesting moment as Doge looks like she's just kind of working into a bit of a rising wedge. This would be a rising wedge we want to beat. Get up and out, Doge. Right? As we would look at that rising wedge, typically a bearish expression, right? Headed up to where? Right? Headed up to the target of the ascending triangle, right? As we would frame that on the top left. I know the guys who have this on TV, big screen, are like this, it's a lot easier on the big screen. Doge, 4.08% to the upside. nice to see that. I have Ren and Rune on here just as a matter of having them on here. I can change this up a little bit. Let's go. Let's put ball on. You guys want to put ball? Balancier. We'll put Balancier and Near. What's up? Balancier. Kicking it. Glad that we brought that. Huge on the daily, guys. Without a doubt, glad that I brought that to the VIP. That daily has not quit, man. It has been solid. Look at that. Beautiful. And I did tell you guys it was the best of any coin that I had seen in the market. I went through 200, 300 coins. That was the best in terms of that bull flag. Boom. Move to the upside confirmed. Right. Challenging through lower time frame, pushing through a specific rising wedge. Huge shout out to anybody who decided to trade, even not in VIP, that saw my video last night and assessed this on the daily time frame. Hugely important. Rune. USDT.D would be interesting to see. Near. I'm excited about Near. I am really excited about Near. You guys take a look at Near. What is up? What is up with Near? You got to check this out. What is going on with this coin? Very nice to see this. Boom. Love this. Brought this to VIP as well. We've been just watching this in the back in terms of the specific framework. Looking at this, just move here. We had indicated ascending triangle here. hugely successful in terms of this move, guys. Way to go, VIP. And I brought it to VIP with the understanding it's one of my go-to coins. It is just one of the projects that I really like. You guys know that. It is one of those cleanly put together projects with a good utility, etc. And look at how that's overperformed from that ascending triangle. I bring that up partially because we're in an ascending triangle right now in Doge. So you want to say, well, can we overperform? Sure, we did here. Going to the candle wicks, a little bit of additional. I'm just going to say this wanted to overperform. It did. Typically, there's a big take right here at this level. It's hugely done well, guys. In terms of this, you're up 60% in 2 weeks. If you caught Near at the framework of the breakout that I brought it to you guys, congratulations to anybody who did. I'm liking this black on blue deal here. Let me get that over to the framework here on the side just to liven this up a touch. Let's get into that. That's good. Let's see this. We don't want that. We want dark there. We want the light purple there. And that's not bad. Let me see if I can match these up just a touch and give you the same look on your TVs. It's like, let's see. It's close enough, huh? That's pretty close. Where do I want this one? Here? What's a good one for you guys? That's good. That gives you the that same look on Near and Balancier. Look at that. Boom. Nice move. Near. Bam. So as we look at these, congratulations to the VIP who are trading. This purple looks pretty cool. You guys like that? The black and purple's all right. Looks like we got a lot going on in this little TV stream. I guess you guys would agree with that, huh? Looks like a group of traders know what they're doing, right? Trading, focusing on coins that look like this. Yes, absolutely. Amidst a down market, you know, that's a good thing. Amidst a down market, looking at Near, well, Near has had a lot of volatility to it, but it's nice. It's almost in the framework of approaching those prior all-time highs. If you guys don't know Near, look up Near on your side time, on your side computer, etc. Look up Near in terms of just how clean of a project it is. It's really cleanly presented. It looks like Silicon Valley to me. I really like it. It's like a really cool next age kind of Silicon Valley. So with the understanding on Doge top left, up 4.28%. You're over 20%. You're probably pushing 20. What's that going to be in terms of the leverage on that today on the 5L? Over 20% without a doubt. Let me type this in on the side. Let's do Doge 5. 21.85% to the upside. Nice day, nice trade, right? Near is also on. Let's see what Near is. Near is on 3L. Now, looking at this, look at what L Bank pays you guys. 8 times 3. Let's see, it's up 8%. Near 3L is telling me 64%. Probably because it's an Asia time frame right now. I need to adjust my time frame on it. And that's from including yesterday and today. So that's probably a dual. Let me look at this. Balance to 3L. I'm sure that's what it is. Ball 3L, but Ball seems realistic. Ball is paying 34% on a 3L. So very nice. Very nice to see Doge pushing up, preceding, looks like it's preceding or going ahead of the breakout potential for the bottom left is BTC, right? So we're looking at a triangulation along that specific level of entry that we discussed last night. You'll see Ball has a lot of room to go. I mean, interesting. I would bring it to VIP because literally it was low. You guys see that? It's just really a low coin to just all of a sudden decide to kick up and do that much better. But look at the beautiful. Look at this. Just and not the coin, guys. It's not about the coin. It's about the technicals. It's just about the bull flag. Anytime you see a downward sloping channel after a nice run to the upside, it could be Ball, it could be 50 other coins, right? To the extent it presents the proper technicals, we're interested in trading it. To the extent that it's going to be at the top of the list of the ETF coins or near the top of the list that I have, we're interested in it, right? What's the coin going to be tomorrow? That's going to be towards the top, right? If it's one I brought within the last day or 2 days to VIP, I'm happy, period. So Ball is one I brought 2 days ago. Extremely happy about that. And near, we've been focused on the back as well. VIP have not gotten enough for me out of near. They're like, I don't know. I can tell people don't love to trade it, but I'm like, but it does well. It's just not always that friendly to trade. I will completely agree with you. It doesn't feel that friendly to trade. Doge, when Doge goes, Doge is a little bit smoother. I'll say that without a doubt. But Doge too, Doge likes to grind along, be real slow. Last couple of days it was really, really slow. But how can people not buy Doge? I got to ask you a question. How can people not buy Doge after this with Giga Texas? How? I have no idea how, guys. I do not know, guys. I do not know how people could not buy Doge. Honestly, I mean, literally looking at it, you have the #1 businessman in the world who's doing that over the #1 production facility. Like, it's the largest production facility in the world, I think. He was describing it at Cyber Giga Rodeo, whatever it was. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. It's cool. What I want to say is this: whatever it is, whatever your opinion on, it's cool. All right. If you don't like Doge, that's cool. If you like BTC, you're in good company. But I mean, come on. I don't know. It's just kind of at this point, it's kind of like a little bit overt. He's being a little bit overt with his plans with Doge, don't you think? So, looking at the framework, what's nice about Doge, and shout out to Pathfinder. Okay, shout out to VIP. I had a discussion with Path. I don't think you'll mind me telling you this. He's VIP. He told me, he's like, London, when you were streaming live, he says, you are the only channel on YouTube I have watched. He says, when you were streaming live and we were in this level, listen to this, guys, listen up. He said, when you talked about it going down to the 86% retracement, I thought, this man knows what he's talking about. Literally in this level, talking about retracements, 86%, it just hit its 86%. But what a phenomenal story to have Pathfinder. Not that we wanted it to go to 86, but on the rebound, in terms of the overall value, yeah, we did. Path got the low, not close, not within a few cents, and I have to explain this. No, he got the absolute low. Anyone else who followed my target system, bam, you got the absolute low. Right, period, and traded likely multiple times. Proof you can beat the market, period. Okay, traded, took, re-entered, boom, period, guys. A very phenomenal success story for our group. I'm very excited about that in the context 2022, showing just the market participants what is up. Looking at it's just crucial, guys. It's cool stuff, right? I think it's very cool stuff. As we would look at, no one else can say that. Nobody else can say that. And we have a few of those kind of stories around, right? No one can say that. No one can say that. Like with Angel, nobody can say they got in Bitcoin at $7.79. Angel, top shelf, VIP in the house, numero uno around here. He is on top, and we appreciate everything about you, Angel. We hope you're doing well. Hope all systems are go, firing on all cylinders, etc., etc. Hope everything is going well, my friend. Without a doubt, looking at Doge push up, will we reach that hourly target? Okay, hourly target would be just lined out. Let's get a little more focused into this just so we know exactly. Would love it to outperform. We brought up another coin that just outperformed on its ascending triangle. You guys know this. This is a nice hit along this line of support, right? Pardon me. This line of support, without a doubt, brought it multiple times to the VIP today. Okay, reinforced a little bit of variability on the different time frames. A little bit of some action down below. Looking at this ascending triangle, flat top resistance. Okay, flat top resistance. Anytime you see one, pay attention. Doge up 4.82%. Doing nice on leverage right now. I'll let you guys know. Nice on leverage. Let's see if we can find this. See, we don't find it on the specifics of the, let's see here, in terms of the candle wick. So we're relegated essentially. I say relegated to the framework of the daily, okay, lines that best represent the ascending triangle. I brought this to the VIP earlier this afternoon in this zone right here. Congratulations to the VIP. You decided to enter. It's our back group. Numero uno, they're up 6%. They're up 30% since that since me bringing them that pattern in the back. 30% on 5L. Very nicely done, VIP. You'll also see here that we are about to interact with this specific 70 on the RSI. I put the RSI on my screen, okay, so that I can see it. I don't have to look down at a different indicator. So we're seeing a nice framework here of potential contact with, if I go to the candle wicks, we're very close to that specific hit on the RSI. We still have technically just a touch in terms of 1.5% to the upside. You're seeing that interaction with that RSI, which is crucial because that's an overbought indication. Okay, so some pattern traders or some robo traders may decide that is a bit much for them, right? They're gonna cool off at that point. Up and over line of resistance, or they're gonna sell or exit at that point, right? Some may even begin to short. The extent to which something is a let's say RSI is an indication of a continuation or a reversal, completely different discussion. Is the RSI at 70? Is that momentum, i.e., buyers keep buying? They've achieved, overbought, and they'll continue to buy, right? It's momentum. They've overbought. They're going to continue to buy. For instance, in here on the 5 minute, overbought. You see interaction with the orange. Overbought. They continue to buy, right? It's not the reversal mechanism. Yes, there's interaction at that level, right? But they're buying. They continue to buy momentum, right? As opposed to a reversal, right? As we look at a reversal potential. Right, for the reversal, we strike and boom, reversal. Interaction is different than reversal. Okay, continuation is continuation. It's directional, right? So, and we classify things in terms of continuation or reversal, in terms of patterns, right? We have reversal patterns, we have continuation patterns. Okay, so this specific feature here is a rising wedge. We would love, okay, the buyers to power through this rising wedge. Technically, it's a bearish feature. We are accustomed to operating up and above the line of resistance, and I'm just telling you technically on the probabilities. You guys know that. Typically, your stronger coins that are really operating well will beat at least one of these. Like I look at Luna. Luna is one of the best in terms of beating rising wedges. Shout out to anybody in VIP, etc., who decided to acquire Luna around $4.50 last year. Okay, it's at $105 now. So you got rid of 20x on Luna if you decided to enter last year on my target. Good job. I know that Angel did. Congratulations, Angel. You have printed a heavy amount of cash with those entries on those targets. Congratulations, my man. That's 6-7 figures. Nice. Huh? Very well done. Not bad. I have to say not bad. Feathers and caps, etc. Feathers cost money. Caps cost money. Those are feathers and caps. In terms of $4.50 target on something that's $100 right now, guy. That's feathers and hats cost money, and that's a feather. Those are the feathers, and those are the caps. How about that? Okay, so not everybody can say that about what went on or what has gone on or all the success they've had, but that's VIP. That's totally that's just that projects volumes in terms of stories to anybody. That's great. As does your preceding level of success. So all about hitting those low side targets, guys. We get the opportunity hitting those targets. Rune's another example. You know, we talked about Rune. Looking at near right now, looking at ball right now. Each discussed in VIP. To the extent that people are just focused on Doge, it's fine. If people decided to trade ball, Congratulations. That's just one of the coins I brought to VIP last 24 to 48 hours, and it's your decision to trade always, right? But that's the whole reason that we are doing what we're doing is so that you can trade, so you can beat the market. You guys know that operating over a level of resistance, and this would get into the this would get into the idea that you can't tell me when to sell. I'll never tell you when to sell. I'll tell you what's technically indicated in terms of an upside target, whether or not we've reached it or not, if we're in a bearish or a bullish pattern based on the probabilities. It's like a guy taking you to the casino and saying, well, you can't tell me whether or not I should really take another hit or not. You're on 20, guy. You're on 20. You want to take a hit at the blackjack table? You take a hit if you want to. And then you say, I wouldn't take a hit right now. You're on 20. And then they deal the next card to the next person. It's an ace. They're like, oh, man, you're bad luck. Do what? Just leave the guy at the casino for a while. I tell you guys, just leave the guy at the casino for a while. Your friend who wants to sit there and get your information as to whether or not you should hit again, right? I got 20. I'm sitting at 20, and should I hit? And forget whatever the dealer has a 3 showing or whatever, a 4 showing, right? Whatever. Say a 3, right, or a 2. I don't care, a 5. A dealer has a 5 showing, right? Okay, dealer has a 5 showing. You got 20. You're looking at 20, and your friend's like, I need you to tell me if I need to hit right now. You're like, what are you talking about, man? You got 20 right now. It's like, just like, and then, you said most of the times you're not supposed to hit on a 20, man. And it's like, well, all right. And he says, fine, I don't want the card. Then, the dealer will pop out an ace to the next guy. Boom. Probably that the dealer had up the dealer's sleeve, believe it or not. Probably that the dealer had up the dealer's sleeve, right? You guys know, Vegas, etc., how things work, right? Dealer throws down an ace, right, down to the next person. And you're like, and your friend is like, this is awful. This is, you don't know what you're doing in this casino. You're bad luck. And you're like, oh, dude. So just leave that friend at the casino. Bottom line, leave that friend at the casino, right? And the way the dealer just treated your friend, they may want your friend all alone. They may not want you there with your friend. That's the other aspect of this. If you talk about this and that, think about it. The dealer in the casino, they may love to have this whole thing blow up and them just have your friend at the table for a while. So anyone treats you like that in TA or anything else, just know that's a very good example. The casino and the dealer may love to have your friend there alone at the table and get you away from your friend if you're telling him, if he doesn't know whether or not he should hit on 20, right? Just, you played at 21, so you guys know if you're not familiar with blackjack, you're not supposed to hit on 20, right? So anyway, it's an example, right? In terms of the approach, not like gambling, right? What we would say is the following. The approach would be this. The approach is, lower level entries, period. Are you trading for today? Are you trading for this week? Are you trading for this month? It makes a difference, right? Have you picked up area in here, right? Are you ready to release for the day, for the minute, for the night, for the month? All different answers, guys. All different answers. Well, it's time to trade. It's time to exit. Time to, did you, what's your time frame? What are your individual considerations that you're putting into the mix on your trade that make this not a day trade, not a going to close this? I want to get some rest. Don't want to mess with a trade tonight, right? Different considerations. But don't ever buy this, I need to know right now if I need to hit on 20. It's like, man, that's not the idea. You guys know this. It's not the idea. So we always just focus on TA, guys. We focus on the probabilities. We focus on and we've had a lot of success streaming. You guys know we had a lot of guys. You have to understand from our streaming with Dogecoin. You guys know how we had over 100 and was it 15 or 130 VIPs from our streaming and the accuracy we had streaming with Dogecoin. That's pretty cool, huh? Like over 100, bam. That was more than any other channel had, anything. It's just that was a big number of VIPs to put together. The idea is a lower level entry, i.e., earlier today to beat the house, right? To where you don't have to get into a gamble trade. The let the house money run if you choose is nice. You've had a great night, sir. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe push with a percentage that I've already made from you. That's a nice, comfortable way to deal with things. Do you want or do you need to be freed up from the trading station for a minute? right? Do you need to lock in profits? Do you have the ability? Like, there's all these different considerations that go into, without me misdirecting around the potential that you have on the trade to execute, to maximize the trade or not. There's all different types of considerations that you may want to deploy, right? Do you just need to book a trade? That'd be the other thing. Have you pushed the last 5 trades to the extreme and you just need to book a trade, period? And you keep noticing that these keep going against you. Like, is your character fitting into the framework here a little bit to where you personally, I'm just talking to you guys because I care about you guys. I want you to beat the market, and your mindset may be 10 times too aggressive every time. And you keep having the same problem. And the last 10 trades, man, I just can't book a trade. You are in positive territory on all 10 trades, right? So we have to look at that as we haven't reached threshold yet in terms of the upside target of the ascending triangle. We have not. We still have here, okay, we still have 2.42%, right? We're up 4.15%. It's a good night for Doge. Doge is cruising pretty well. FXS, our other one, boom. It's nice night for VIP. And KNC. I got to go to this real quickly. Let's see KNC. Very good. KNC popped. Boom. Way to go, VIP. Way to go, guys. I brought KNC to VIP yesterday, didn't I? Way to go, guys. Boom. Up 6.63%. Boom. Boom. Way to go. Way to go, VIP. That was the one I focused on, wasn't it? That was the only one I said, yeah, check this out. Bam. Where are you guys at on this, on Kyber? Boom. What's up? What's up? 10% to the upside. You guys trade that on leverage? Boom. Way to go, guys. Bam. Love to see that. FXS, one of our coins. Near, one of our coins. Ball, brought it to you 2 days ago. KNC yesterday. Bam. Way to go, guys. Love to see that. Huh? If you guys aren't VIP, you need to join. Huh? And I'm not throwing hundreds of coins. These are focal coins. These are things we literally are focused on. So in Kyber, I just brought Kyber to him yesterday out of 200 coins. The VIP will attest to that. Can I get an amen? What's up? Way to go. Gala looks same as Sand. Man, Kyber guy. Kyber Slim. He knows, huh? I brought that to VIP yesterday. Come up. Bam. Nice, huh? And Sand looking good. Some other ones looking good. That's good. I'm excited that we'll take a look at those on the side screen here in a minute. Let's see if we get our and he knows. London brought that to us yesterday, but I'll tell you, Slim. I appreciate it very much when you let me know what's about to go on a run. You're very good at that, and I appreciate your input always. That's voice to text. I hope that comes through perfectly. If it doesn't, you let me know. Because you and I are a good team, bro. We have a good time. FXS, bam. Very nice. And, yeah, there's my FXS chart. Beautiful, right? Just that price action keeps on going. I didn't focus on this one because there's a possibility for additional interaction here. We had a level here of an implied bull flag that was not complete yet. So it was a level of complication. It wasn't a clear technical and at least needed to be discussed, right? I think you guys will appreciate that back from that specified. If we look at this, the breakout of the specific falling wedge to the implied parallel function that we would get into of the bottom line. Let me look at this in terms of the bam, bam, bam parallel channel. Just pay attention to the technicals, guys. If this is your coin or not, pay attention to the technicals, learn the technicals, right? We had some variability applied to your coin. We had variability along the bottom level support to top level resistance to the extent that we would have had to couch this in a bit. There was just a bit of, I'd say, added uncertainty on FXS to the extent that you're trading this on a what would this be, on a Fibonacci basis. I'm just glad that you guys know FXS. I'm really glad that you know FXS, that we focused on it this year. It's kind of like Mina. You guys brought Mina up. Looks like you hammered into that golden pocket. And so I'm excited that you guys know FXS, that you know Near, that you know Ball, that you know KNC, that you know, and this is just the ideas. We get the understanding of these coins in terms of what their potential is and what their characteristic set is to be able to rely on those further. It's just it's a big deal. So looking at this specified function here, we want to maintain. I need to go back to BTC on the bottom left, although we are having a good time with the specific coins. Now, BTC just broke down from its challenge along the top side resistance. So you're seeing Doge take a hit into its rising wedge level of support. We need that level of support to hold. Technically, it's a bearish pattern. You guys know that. We're down from the specific line, I say the target level, right? Failure to complete within, let's just go up to within 1.36%. It's still 1.36%, right? So you're at 3.93%. It's been a nice 3.99%. You're at a nice evening for Doge. Some people will not push. Other people want to push. You want to max it. Other people don't want to max it. They don't need to max it, right? They're gonna max their entry here, right? While you're trying to max this up here, other people are maxing this here, spending more time and focus in this lower level. You guys get that, right? If you're maximizing both, you're doing extraordinarily well. In terms of if you are, and by maximizing, let's say this, the maximization thus far would be, I can change that script a little bit in terms of the description thereof. In terms of this top line feature, where was your exit respective to the rising wedge, right? Did you maximize it out here, right? Do you want a full completion on the move, right? Do you want to fully reach your target every time? What's your threshold for taking, right? Do you need to complete to the target every time? Do you need an absolute pattern completion, or do you have some sort of a threshold or tolerance in terms of your willingness to take just a touch early, right? Are you willing to be a little bit reasonable, right? It's just in terms of I'd say the market dynamics, the patterns are going to adjust the framework of your take, of your entry. They just are, right? Are we along a level of support or a cross trend line that's going to provide additional value in this level, as opposed to a rising? We'd have a low, let's say a descending line of support, right? Is there a potential complication in this zone, or we have a potentially bearish pattern here? Is there a dynamic in play with BTC, right? We would have liked BTC to have erupted through that line of resistance. You guys already know we went through the different time frames. On different time frames, it looked as if BTC was up and out, right? So still within the understanding, candle wicks were still contained. You guys know that, without a doubt. So market dynamics correlations, different time frames, line to wick, cross differential time frame patterning, line to wick, express differentials, just different signals, guys, as you look at it, different conflicting messages, right? Overall, overall, just kind of market sentiment. We don't say fear or greed, but we would just say like market sentiment, and a lot of this, I get to the point I want to charge into things that nobody else wants to touch, right? Doge has become a pariah, right? No one wants to talk about it or do anything. Like, it's at the 86, man. It's at its 86% retracement. So it's not the end-all be-all coin, but that's a key feature for something that's being promoted, literally promoted by the richest guy on the planet, right? You pay attention to that stuff. I mean, you don't want to not pay attention to that stuff. That wouldn't make any sense, right? So, and the sentiment, to the extent you want to run contrary to the sentiment, is it fear versus greed? But we pick up on that a lot, guys. I had said in the back, and please pay attention to this, I said in the back recently with Bitcoin, and I'm not sure it came across the right way, because I said to them when it was towards the top, I literally don't know of one person individually who is bearish on Bitcoin. And I didn't know one person at the top of BTC recently, this little small top we had before the pour down. And I'm not sure I explained that well to VIP. Because when I'm around everybody and they are bullish on it and everyone's convinced it's going to go up, that worries me. And it raises a red flag. And I didn't describe that in full form and fashion to the VIP. So I'm describing this now, and it helps for us to talk about this stuff. It's like a self-help group for crypto, right? It really helps for us to talk about this stuff. But just so you understand where I'm coming from, because I don't know if I took the time to say that, watching Dogecoin pick up a long line of support. But pay attention, and BTC down from its level of resistance. Bam, down, just a touch. BTC has just about broken out of that specific triangulation we're looking at. Looking at near a VIP coin doing well. I did a profile on near last year. You guys know that. So I'm going to go ahead and just absolutely say that's a VIP coin. You guys remember Near? That was a bad Mama Gemma when she got going. You guys remember that? Yeah, it was. Look at this, guys. Look at Near last year. You guys remember when I brought this to you? This was cool, huh? This was a nice pattern. Look at this. I brought everybody Near. Now we could have brought it lower in here. We could have. I have some pattern, some targets in from this level, but this was a cool dynamic to bring into the mix here. Look at this framework. When we brought this last year here, like right in this zone, you guys recall that in terms of this framework here, and I was like, I like this project. Looks like it's coming along well. It was a 2x, right? Back down into that level of support, and bam, up again. Like, what a coin to trade. Very nice. Now, since these lower levels, that would have been nice. We just didn't focus on it. I do have some targets. I think I did it for one or two people, but I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't recall who I gave those targets to. But anything I have my pink targets on, or my lower level targets on my Binance chart is scripted up with Near targets in this level. So I may have done that live. May have covered that live in terms of targeting Near. Okay, looking at Near Cody Doge. Doge is backing off a bit. Now, to the extent that we say bearish, break down from support line, is that it? Is there a save? Does that mean that we won't reach the target? No, it doesn't mean we won't reach the target. But looking at fibs as they will pick up now, it's costing time. One thing you guys understand, now it's costing time, right, in the market. If you look at 1:30 in the morning, 2:30, 3:30, whatever that is, it's time in the market. Time is money, guys. Time is your money being in this trade. Copy that. We talk about Slim. Yeah, Cody. Nice. We know about Cody, huh? Like Cody a lot. Great coin. You're saying what else? Let me see here. Gal looks like same as Sand. Sand looks like it could go on a run. Let's check out Sand real quickly. Remind me to go back to Ball if you don't mind. Let's see what we got. Boom, 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 boom. What we got? Sand. Sand on the daily, huh? Sand on the daily end. Let's see what we got. We have an ascending. Yeah, we do. Well, real close, huh? On that 30-minute time frame. Let me go to the hourly. Would like to see an ascending triangle. We do have the framework for the hourly to express itself potentially as a bit of an ascension there. Not exactly what we'd want to put together. We need to break through that line of resistance across the top on Sand. Without a doubt. Let's see the lower time frame real quickly. Looking for a flat top would be preferable. Boy, that's a 5-minute chart and a half, isn't it? Looking at the 5 minutes, so you see a power play up and out of that bullish feature. Yeah. Come on, BTC. Don't pull the market down. Do not do that. Looking at the recent pullback on Sand, brought up by Slim. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to put this in a framework for the 4-hourly. Man, Sand. Let me look at some extensions real quickly. Let's go extension on. I want to see where we're at in terms of. Yeah, you at least got to get to $3.20. You got to put 20 cents on that, or you just that's an interval failure. Looking at that, you got to put on another 3. You got to get to 3 or 4% before you're even cooking with gas on Sand. Without a doubt, just those extensions. You got to at least complete that top level extension, or else the zone is a failure. Gal has been so quiet. Sand has been so down. Sand and Gal have just been really kind of feel like suppressed, right, at their level. Sand, I'd say, to the extent that Sand has been. Let's look at this in terms of the retracement. Golden Pocket, instead of the 78.6, it's holding a little bit higher than some of the other coins. So it kind of feels like it's just taking its time a little bit more, which is fine. Nothing real aggressive recently. The original hit on the 68, or on the 65th, sorry, 61.8 or the 65th. Let's see, 73%, more on the candle wicks, but not a bad hit. Reminds of what Sheeb did recently at the 78.6, right? About 80%, right? 70, 80%, about the same. Looking at Doge challenging that level of support, right? And this is just a common feature. It's if you want to pick 1 and 3 and we want to know exactly how this is going to work out, well, take 1 and 3 over line of resistance, right, down through support. That's common, right? At least at a third to maybe 30 to 40, 50, your bottom line about 50%. We would have liked this to gotten beaten on Doge, but this is a probability. This is the structure of it. We have to reinforce that. We're now at a level of support close to a level of support on BTC, Bitcoin. And we want to shout out tonight to Frankie, my brother. What's up? Nice to have you in VIP. Really excited about 2022. And just bring it, guys. I know there's a lot of people in the space that want to do well in crypto. We have some of the tools, and we just have the team to do it. I'm going to tell you guys, in terms of the overall group, that includes me, that includes Slim, that includes everybody. So we'll go through Gala here in just a second. Thank you for the heads up on all those, Slim. Comment, you're number 1. Boom. Now I said, thanks for the heads up. Did you just hear me say thanks for the heads up on all those? Did you see what did you see that, Slim? You should note that. I just typed that in with voice to text. So if you ever see that happen, I said it says give me the heads up on all those, Slim. You're number 1. I said thanks. I really said thanks for the heads up on all those. So you see do you see what my phone does sometimes? So if you ever see stuff in the back, etc., understand it's it does that. It may insult some of you. It may do some different things. This darn phone, huh? So that stuff happens. We have that on video here, or on record. It's very important. If any of you have ever been insulted by anything my phone has said, I am sorry. For the record, I am very sorry. I use voice to text a lot. I know maybe I should triple check it, but at times it's just I'm on the car, I'm doing different stuff. So hit up on the 38.2 for Doge. Let me get a sip of water, guys. Okay, excuse me. I was outside today, which is really windy and everything. I was out there. It was like really, really windy. Trying to make sure I don't get wind sick or whatever it was. I don't know, just allergies or whatever. Was out by the pool doing some exercise, etc. And it was just it is what it is. Look at Doge power back through. Way to go, Doge. Pick up. BTC needs to pick up on its line of support. Looking for a nice play on BTC or Doge. We got Sand. Let's go to Sand may run. I'll tell you that. It's due. Look at near. Bam. Look at Gala. Let's look at Gala on the top right side of Sand, see if there's anything else there. What's Ethereum doing? Ethereum, if you pick up into a major pattern framework here, you are going to boss it around the crypto market. I'm going to tell you, it literally, excuse me, literally, ETH may just, I just cannot breathe. I was outside Geelong today, guys. 1 second here. Can you hear now? Son of a gun. Mic is back on. I just had a great thing going. Is back on. Okay, real quickly, what I was going to tell you guys. Thank you for that, Slim. I appreciate that. I was telling you guys, and thanks for the heads up because this mic button is real small. Sometimes it just clicks on or off. So thank you for that. What I was saying in terms of your approach to the market in 2022, I should always check if I'm saying something important because that's when the mic tends to be off. As my phone, you have to note, my phone just literally misinterpreted something. So now my mic just fell off. I was saying something nice. That's great. Looking at Doge, pick up into a larger frame, ascending wedge. Okay, it pushed across the top, and now it's in a larger ascending wedge. What I was saying was this. As you look at spending more time with the market in 2022, understand that there's some expectations of an advantage with that. Spending more time with the market is one thing that you're going to do with the expectation that you're going to gain an advantage. And yes, I will say, as a matter of fact, the more time we spend with the market, the more of an advantage that we do receive. And it was through, and what I was saying was, because you may say, well, this takes too long. One thing I'll say, if you want to beat the market, period, if you really want to beat the market, you're going to be plugged in a different way, and it's not going to seem like you're going to do what you need to do to get the advantage. Looking at Doge, and I'll go through this real quickly again. I was talking about Pathfinder, and we saw I inverted the chart just to show him an example of what we have gained from additional time in the market. There's a lot more than just a return to function on a wedge. But looking at this, anytime we have a wedge function, and I invert to see what your biases are, right? I invert to see what your biases are. Line of support, line of resistance, right? And I told Pathfinder in the back here, I said, what would this look like if it were to return, right? He says the return to function, right? Because we look at the support, the resistance, a falling wedge, and I invert to see what your biases are, right? This is supposed to break to the upside. It's just supposed to, it's built to break to the upside, right? Or if it's regularly scheduled here, yes, operation up and above that rising wedge. Nice job. I cut that video letting you guys know. Be prepared to operate up and above the level of resistance. We're in this similar scenario now, so it's pertinent. We're in kind of a fractal of this, just a microcosm of this macro wedge here. But the notion that we have traded so much in the back and spent so much time with the market that we have seen so many wedges that look just like this that have gone down and out and then bam, swung back up into this zone. That's a trade, guys. That's cash. That's literally you booking a solid, 10% trade. Guys, if that's a 5L, that's 50% on a trade. So just as you look at your participation in the market in 2022, do it with the understanding that you're going to be looking to spending time for the purpose of gaining an advantage. And I do believe that there is a correlation, that there is a direct relationship between how much time you're going to spend in the market and the degree of advantage that you're going to gain on the market. I really believe that. The more time you spend with the market, the greater the advantage you'll have with the market. I honestly believe that because the more time I spend with the market, the greater advantage I have with the market. And we have some moves, guys, in terms of pattern expectations, in terms of tricks of the trade, in terms of the overall approach on it. I don't want to brag. We just have a good group. We have spent a lot of time with the market, and it's just I want to encourage you to have that expectation in 2022 as you look at what am I doing this year. Spend time with the market. Make that one of your goals. I want to spend time with the market. I want to develop that next tier advantage. All right, and you'll see how the market evolves. You'll see how some of those advantages start to change, right? If it's a wedge advantage, is it something you can always count on? How does the market start to shift, right? How does it start to blend in or eliminate some of the advantages with other kind of complications? It's really cool stuff, guys, and I just appreciate you guys being VIP because that's what we're all about, right? Is that a little bit more sophisticated level of an approach towards beating the market is with the solid fundamentals, TA, and just some grit and determination, right? It makes a difference, doesn't it? Without a doubt. Looking at near up 10.19%. Beautiful. Near in the house. Something tells me that, I don't know. AJ Crypto, you probably have some near, don't you? I think you like this project. I don't know. AJ Crypto's been a VIP longer than anybody else. Shout out to AJ Crypto. Hope you're doing well, brother. That's sweet, huh? And it's nice. It's just you you could tell someone designed this for a trade group. Me bringing this to you guys in here, it's like honestly, guys, it's like let's bring it to them right here. And the idea was on near the completion of this move, like the utter completion of this move, just would have been really well indicated, right up and above. We were wondering, could we possibly do this up and above? It got a little bit angry with us when we kept trying to push it up and above, but it was just a nice framework to look at. This specific top line resistance to just frame the technicals here. This top line resistance was really difficult for near. Okay, as we would look at this threshold in this zone here up and above, boom, it really tried to power through that upper shelf. So I'm bringing up this upper line of resistance. I'm bringing this up because it's been a contentious zone in the past, being up and above this area. You wanted to get in lower here, i.e. where I brought you guys on breakout last week. If you guys just said, okay, fine, London, here it is, I'm going to go ahead and put a position in. You guys are up 65% in 2 weeks. Boom. If that's on spot, right? So congratulations. Understand there's an implied preceding level as well in terms of an overthrow. That overthrow really came back down to that level of support, didn't it? So nice to see that as well. But congrats to any VIP who traded. You just know I like near, and it's about to set a new all-time high. It's close, right? So I'm excited to see that. I think you guys probably more so approve of my project that I like than you did in the past, right? See that kind of price action. Like, okay, it's just when it gets going, it gets going. When I say that, I mean price action, right? Literally, it's just rocking and rolling. Way to go. So what we got? You're brand new to trading is VIP for you. Wow. What's up, Neo? Was it Neodeck? What's up? Yeah. Good question in terms of you're brand new to trading. Yeah. I don't know. How new is new, but you're. What is your? I would say, what is your real level of experience in terms of the overall? I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna do. If you don't know how to trade yet, I'm going to recommend that you get a book, first of all. Why don't you do this, Neil? Why don't you get a trade book and study the book a bit and see whether or not you want to become more involved with any group? John Murphy, financial analysis. Let's say technical analysis. We'll do the financial. We want to get the market. I just can't. I can't keep doing this, guys. I just look at. I'm sorry, Neodeg. I don't know what's going on, and I have to just report this within me and the group. I just 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know what's up with. Maybe I'm missing the context. I'd really like to talk to you. I'm just not real certain about your specific what your icon is. I don't know what that is. It seems like a guy who is he's got a blindfold or something over his mouth, and I'm not really sure what that is. So I have to kind of say that that's something that I find something just disruptive about that. I have to say that for the record. So I'm going to go ahead and hide you on this channel just because I'm unfamiliar with that to the extent that that's a popularized cultural thing. You have something around someone's mouth on your icon, and that's just not our cup of tea. That's just not we try and stay framed solidly on positive things in the market, and that includes no harm or anything else to anybody. So that's kind of violative of our terms, and I would ask YouTube to please respect that, and maybe even siphon a little bit in terms of the algorithm that we use. YouTube, I would appreciate if you would make sure that it doesn't have any content or information in it like that, because that's not agreeable to our group. And not that we're overly selective, but we try and be healthy within the context of the group that we have. So for you individual, if you're trying to do well and want to update your profile and maybe have a different profile and contact us with a different profile, that would be great. If you can clean that up, because I'm not very comfortable with that. I wish you all the luck in the market, though, without a doubt. And I'm sure that that's some inside. There's some reason for that specific image, but I don't understand that reason. It will make me potentially ignorant on that fact. Looks like a clown. Maybe it is a clown. It's just it looks it's just the purpose is it's just a distraction, and that's it's not the type of make me ignorant of that, that's fine. I don't care for that. It's that's I don't know what it is, and it's not. It doesn't look healthy to me. I'll just say that in terms of whatever it is, it doesn't look healthy to me. Hey, I just said it out loud. That's life in 2022. I'm going to say some things like that if it is what it is. We just have some top level investors, etc. And there's a big part of me protecting the VIP from things that don't look healthy, etc. And that would be one thing that just doesn't look healthy to me. I have to say that. So whatever it is. Put a Doge on there. Put something. Put your favorite. If you're new to crypto, put something else. Maybe something that you would like. Not to be personal about the matter, but put something that's maybe your crypto, or put there's a lot of Doge people. There's a lot of different stuff. You may want to put a Bitcoin, or you may want to put a dollar bill, or if you're getting into crypto, do something like that. And if you want to establish a new framework in terms of operation, we have a strong group, and I try and maintain it like that without a doubt. So, yeah, it's just I just have high standards here, and I just want things to be healthy for people. And not that it's my job to clean anybody up or anything else. I just have high standards for people like Angel. He's been around, Bitcoin for a long time. He's seen a lot of things come and go, and for Slim and for Pathfinder, for AG Crypto, etc. It's like we just don't want the and is a brand new trader. It would be great for a brand new trader to be in our group. They would get so much out of it if they really committed to spending 6 months or 8 months with the group. Good gosh, can you imagine how much they would learn? Be a great opportunity for anybody to be involved with the market early on, without a doubt. And if there's a cultural clash or anything else like that I don't understand, then that's probably because I'm too focused on the market, man. Just to let you know, it's nothing personal at all. It's just probably me too focused on the market. For all I know, that's a popular character or something from a movie. It may very well be, and I'm missing the point. But I don't watch movies that much. I don't watch. Maybe I'll watch the Super Bowl. Maybe I'll watch the World Series. But I'm always on the market. So that's just me. So if I've missed the cultural aspect, then that's probably it's probably. I will definitely say that's just because I'm in the markets. I like to focus on the markets, and so. We're not all, I say blue collar or white collar. The only requirement is that you want to beat the markets. That's what honestly it is. And it's also we have a healthy environment we try and instill for our traders as well, because a lot of people spend a lot of time at nights, etc. And I don't want to go judging people what is or is not healthy, but we do push that without a doubt for our traders, that we want a good environment. It's stressful enough without any of the other unknowns. I'll just call them unknowns, right? Or any other distractions. We just try and focus 100%. So we want to shout out to Frankie tonight. What's up? And I do appreciate that comment from whom it came. And I hope that there's maybe a little evolution that can occur with that maybe your profile or something. Found a new profile, get your new email and profile, and figure something else out, and see if you want to be a part of this trade group. John J. Murphy, financial analysis of the technical. I keep saying this backwards. Technical analysis of the financial markets. TA of the financial markets. I've said that 3 times backwards today. That is okay. A little bit late, too much time in the sun today. Technical analysis of the financial markets, Murphy, last name. Get it on Amazon today, overnight it. That is the best gift I can give anybody who doesn't know what they're doing in the markets. That's the #1 book, not a maybe, not probably. That is the #1 book that the top traders on Wall Street that they look to, period. So that is called the Bible, right? And that's to the extent it's sacrilege. They say that because when there's a question, everyone will say, well, go get the book. It's like if you were, old time or something like that with the Bible. It's like, well, what does it actually say? What does it say? Well, go ahead and go get it, right? So that's the reference, and everyone has one by their desk as well. So it's just kind of that. It's not sacrilegious. It's just like that's the go-to standard. It's like, well, there's an issue has arisen in the house. What will we do? Go get the Bible. It's not sacrilegious. It's one of those issues. It's like they're constantly saying, well, get the book. Guys are discussing something. It's like, well, you got to get the book. So it's kind of funny to that extent. Not that it's actually their sole source at all, and it's not like that, guys. It's just kind of a play on that notion. But that is the book. That is the book that they use. So hope that goes over well in terms of reading it. It's like a 600-page book, and it's not easy. But you'll get through it. First, if you can read 50 to 100 pages of it, you'll be well ahead of the group, whatever other group you may be interested in or not. Looking at a completion for ball, it'd be nice to get this up in terms of those extensions, right? Looking at those extensions, really designating whether or not something's a success or a failure based upon. And Near is just rocking, guys. It's just so nice to see Near. Isn't that nice? Boom. Hugely successful here. Isn't that nice? That's just beautiful. Up and over. I bet that hits all-time high. Should, huh? Very nice to see that, huh? Shout out to the VIP. Shout out to all the base campers as well if you are there. And yeah, if I hide somebody on the channel, it's nothing personal, guys. Just it is what it is. It's just that's it. So nothing personal, right? It couldn't be. I don't even know who are you at all. For all I know is someone who is I don't know. It's not important. Is the bottom line, and I will state that it's important that we maintain good, that I maintain a good facility here for people in terms of opportunities to trade, clean, well focused, dynamics of technical analysis, the fundamentals thereof, reinforcing market principles, everything focused thereon. To the extent that we need a breather from pure TA, we try and have some fun, right? But and again, I don't care anyone personally, like what you did last summer, who you are, what I don't care about that. Do you want to trade? Do you want to beat the market? That's the important thing for me. But a clean profile in terms of like imagery, etc. I would appreciate that at least. I just say that. So anyone can go get that fixed. Go mold yourself on YouTube, etc. And good luck with the entirety of all of it. So Cody moving, FXS moving, ball moving, just beautiful. Bull flag on ball, just nicely done. Yeah, a little bit difficult with that ascending wedge on the lower time frame on ball. You guys know that we had an ascending wedge. Heavy confirmation back down on this specific framework. I know some guys that can trade at this level in terms of just heavy-handed. Angel comes to mind. He's kind of got iron hands. I tell him that all the time. He's got iron hands. Wham, bam, bam. You know, he will take it through the roof, right? And he will let it if it needs to bounce on the floor a couple times before it trajects through the roof. He'll let it do it. He'll knock it down on the ground and step on it a few times, and then he'll let it get back up there. He's got iron hands. He's got a great trade approach. We appreciate having him around, and he always tells me, he's like, I'm always there. So I know he's listening in the background, kind of chilling tonight, and that's okay. No problem with that. Hope your trades are going well. Hope your trades are going well. That's one thing I'll say. Your shout outs, your super chats let us know that you're doing well. We like to know that you're doing well in terms of the market. And maybe you're waiting on some coins to get up and start moving for you in 2022. And if so, to the extent you are, I understand that. That's part of the market. Patience. That is part of the market. Patience. And yeah, maybe like a fifth, maybe a third, or maybe a fifth to sixth or seventh is moving now, and you're waiting for the other residual to really move, and that's understandable. As BTC kind of parks itself in a mid-level function, a little bit of uncertainty on BTC. A lot I could say technically about BTC right now. You guys need to know that. A lot I could say about technically about BTC. We're climbing this prior level of support to resistance, right? Climbing that, and retesting right now, retesting that 100 exponential moving average. If I ever refer to moving average on my screen, they're always going to be exponential. It's just another mouthful, moving average, right? So to the extent that we can confirm this as support, it would be beautiful and required, period. Beautiful and required. That 100 in the orange exponential. Very, very crucially essential in terms of establishing uptrend. Okay, we are up and out with a degree of amplitude here. That's the measurement of the height. Bam. Okay, this is within threshold, I'd say, within the understanding and expectations of the market. If we wanted to formulate something bullish, sure, that's fine, right? Give us this move. but we need to use this, get it back up and use this as a level of support. It's just crucial. So as we're looking at the market right now, we're just in a, now one thing I'll say, preceding, excuse me, preceding move was descending, bullish, right? Descending wedge. Current is ascending. You don't want to look at things like that. You don't want to necessarily frame things like that. But it is the truth, right? As you would look at the current price action is ascending. The preceding retracement price action was, okay, descending. So descend is actually descending, but we put it in the framework of just channel framework. This was more of a specified descending wedge, right? Descending wedge, bullish. Ascending channel is typically what, guys? Typically they're bearish. Okay, so there are a few ways that we can beat an ascending channel, right? Triangulation is one of them. Triangulation would be a specific way around that. To the extent that we have expanded this triangulation here, okay, with this most recent hit up here, it has some drastic implications. Nobody wants to spend, I'll say this though, guys, nobody wants to spend another 100 days sideways. All right, no one wants to do that. I don't anticipate we will do that. But to the extent that we get trade opportunities like this with NEAR and the other developing technologies that are taking over the space here, we're glad to do it. We're glad for BTC to go sideways for a little while. We're going to have tons of opportunities to trade on other coins. No problem. We will gladly take on any challenge the market throws at us, period. You guys know this. You know this. We are not going anywhere. That it will be the end-all, be-all solution to this. We are not going anywhere. It will be sideways for a year. We will not go anywhere. We will be right here. We will be trading the entirety of the time. We've had great price action. Guys, the 3L, 5L, those coins. A big shout out to Angel. He really liked trading those coins early on. To the extent your 5L can expire, I just want to caution you guys in terms of they are backed up by options. And I really, you really need to know what you're doing on those coins because they can expire worthless. Okay, absolutely enter into a zone of worthlessness. Okay, they can also produce some great gains if you're conditioned in the market. You know how to trade them. Just be cautious. Okay, be cautious. Looking at the framework of Doge, let's go back on BTC to the 5 minutes so we can see the interaction along that level of prior resistance, or the actual resistance, right? The actual resistance. It is previous, but it is just the line of resistance. We're not in a cross-trend situation, so, and we're not confirming yet. That would be the goal, is to get up over the resistance and in this zone. Then we'll refer to it as prior to confirm as support. Boom, move to the upside. I would look for a level of confirmation or that dynamic to occur. Anytime that you can get a confirmation, it just increases the odds. What is going on with NEAR, guys? It's up 12%. This thing is just flying. Let's look. It's one of the best moves in the market. Did we? I did point this out, didn't I? We just looked at this, didn't we? I think in the back earlier on tonight, didn't I bring this to you guys? I believe I did. Let's look real quickly. Let's see. And thanks for that no audio. I think we definitely have audio. Zcash, nice move. Nice to see that Zcash. What do we do on NEAR? I just got to check here. Look at that reconfirmation on Doge. Boom, boom. Nice move in the back. Like to see that. Look at that waves, 50% down. Boom. What is this? That was Doge this afternoon. We led in the VIP no at 1469, drawing out that ascending triangle for him. Excuse me. Hugely important. Yeah, NEAR. Pops 13% from Fib. Yeah, showing you guys NEAR because I just recalled that. I'm like, I know I brought that back up to you in terms of price action. That was 13% from this on the 50%, and it went 13%, and now it's gone another, guys, it's gone another, 13%. It's gone 26%. 26 on 5. You're over 100% gain if you're on 5L, 3L, etc. Very important to see if it trades only on 3L. But the NEAR 3L right now is up on LBank 64%. I have the link in the chat so you guys can sign up on LBank. Do it with my link or without, but get on it. And they have good returns on their leveraged coins. Understand the dynamics of trading before you just sink cash into them. You'll figure them out, right? You'll figure them out. I would believe that. We can help discuss those those issues as you figure them out. So I would like to stream, but my voice, my chest, I was out in the wind earlier today, and it's just, I don't know. It's just, I want to make sure I don't get sick or anything. I'm not going to get sick, but I don't know. Gotta rest the voice a little bit. Hey, if anybody traded near on Fib, it's the type of thing that only someone who really likes the project would do. You guys know I really like the project. I would have loved you guys to have really scheduled into near. Just a big moving coin, right? So some of these coins, like with FXS, and you guys know, I mean, I focus on stuff with price action. Doge currently up 3.9%, and it actually up to 4 now. I'll just tell you guys, I bring you what moves. I try and bring you what has price action and what moves. To the extent that something's just dead, right? It doesn't want to move. I'm not a genie in a bottle or a magic wand person either. We can base the current expectations on the preceding price action. To the extent that we can do that, that's just TA, right? So I'm always trying to focus on those moves, those next killer moving coins. Nice to see Kyber. Nice to see that up 8%. Did bring that to VIP. So Kyber, Ball, near all VIP coins. Cody's interesting. Let's see. I just took over 2 of my deals here. Let me look back on this where's my Doge? Give me my Doge back. There. I'm still testing that specific level here. Not quite up to the target. You guys know that. So Kyber took over my BTC. Not what I wanted to do. We could really make this a very interesting stream. If you guys all promise me you have big screen TVs, I can lay this sucker out like nobody's business. Like, we can really get busy with this stuff, you know? We can really get into some different stuff. If you guys promised me that you all had big screen TVs, we would get busy with this stuff. All right? But I'm not going to do all this unless all the VIP tell me, okay, we all have big screen TVs. Because if we start rolling like this and watching all the different coins, all right, you know, out of fairness, guys, you have to appreciate it, because I don't want you watching anything like this on your cell phone. You know, it's not good for you. It's just not good for you, whatever it is or isn't. It's just not. It's not going to be permissible here unless you all have big screen TVs. Then we'll go to the multi-function here. Okay. So look at Cody is a nice expansion right now. That'd be great. That's just a pop. That's sweet. That reminds just of what Kyber did. Didn't it? Kyber just flew out of it on the bottom right. You see what Kyber just did? Kyber just flew up out of an expansion with a flat level support expansion. Bam. Kyber flew out what Cody needs to do next, if Cody will. And potential inverse head and shoulders, Cody. Kyber, not as much. Kyber, let's see what Kyber. That's Kyber 1 hourly currently. Man, Kyber just was doing so well. I had to bring it to you guys. Look at the chart on Kyber. Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, we haven't even really, what have we done on this? Like, I have to bring this to VIP. So I brought that to you guys yesterday, huh? So nice to see it reacting well in terms of the price action. Very well done to anybody who decided to trade Kyber. You're up 8.25%, etc. just today. So always trying to keep you guys ahead, step of the game, step ahead of the game. And in terms of the entirety of it, really excited for you guys who traded Doge, who are trading Doge. If you're hitting your targets below, if you've already booked your trades, if you got in lower, guys, it's a much more, I'd say, a much more relaxed conversation. You still have an upside target with this ascending triangle, all right, to the extent that BTC wants to cooperate and, you know, extend gains thus far. We're looking forward to that. And I would just tell you guys the old maxim: buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, right? Trade your patterns and hit your targets. It is easy stuff. Looking forward to kind of this potential for rebound in the markets. It's going to take a little bit more than just a small push. Please understand, it's going to take a little bit more than just a small push. Ethereum can get into this macro dynamic, understand this is a difficult period. Look at this on the top right. From this kind of micro feature pushed up through, it's over, not quite, right? Micro feature, can we push up? It's gonna make the market think that we have absolutely capitulated before it gets up and goes, right? It's just a crucial element here that typically that is the way the market works. You're going to get it to a point of capitulation for a lot of the participants, which I really think is what we saw recently on BTC. Just washout of leverage, right? Big washout on leverage. And looking at Ethereum, we just don't have that big of a run up prior to this formation. You guys see it? We just don't have that big of a run up. This was a nice big run up precedingly, and I just view it as one of the if not the key altcoin. $1,300 in terms of the run up, as opposed to this run up is $950, right? So it's significantly more of an important run up in terms of the amplitude. Let's just say the overall entirety of this run up is measurable here. It's just, you know, we're in a different dynamic right now. We're looking for some more reaction in the form of positive prices from the market. Direction is important. To the extent that we're finding coins daily to trade, that's the important thing for me, and we'll continue to do that without a doubt. That's our MO. That's what we got to do. So, congrats to anybody trading near any VIP, FXS, Ball, Kyber is a name now. We focus on Cody as well. ZRX, I'll focus a little on ZRX. I have a few more to add into, but you guys got to look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the top coins. We're all over them, right? Very cool, very, very cool. Congrats to anybody trading those. And Doge showing a little bit of, I'd say, just expectation. Unfortunately, rising wedge. Would have been great to beat it. Would have loved to have seen it get beaten. Is the interval over? Yeah, the ones who booked a trade, booked a trade. The ones who are holding on to see if we can still reach this top line up and over this specific rising wedge. They're going to push it. That's fine. Maybe the fact that you've broken down through this, you adjust your trading schedule. Now, what I'll say is those who were involved here earlier on when I brought this up to the VIP, you're in the green. That's what's important. You guys are in the green right now. You may hold that for a while. You may do as you wish to do. You make your own decisions on when to sell. All right. Remember that example of the guy in the casino. I got 20. Should I hit it? Like, man, what are you doing? You want to hit it 20? I mean, you shouldn't hit a 20, right? And, just he sees the next, right? He sees the next card go to the guy next to him on the blackjack table. The next card gets dealt by the dealer, probably that the dealer took out of her sleeve to throw down, right? And the guy, your friend's like, man, you're the worst, man. You don't know what you're doing in this. You get away from me. You're bad luck. And you're like, oh, gosh. It's like you could do that if you want to. But the probabilities, kind of the rules. Some guys want to push it. Some guys stay at the blackjack table all night long. Now, I don't equate trading to gambling, okay? I have heard many people do that at very high levels because there's that risk involved, right? And there's your own decision. Do you want to push this further? Do you not want to push this further? Sometimes the risk-to-reward ratio requires you really just plowing into that risk, right? It can have that reward. It can also burn, guys. So to the extent that the easy come, easy go, in terms of a lot of those rewards as well. I'll tell you that. Like some guys go big risk and then easy come, easy go. They got it. It's easy for them. They're going to do it. Boom, it's gone. The conservative approach over time is hitting those lower targets. As you guys get involved in more day trading, you'll develop your own technique. Again, a lot of it may deal with your scheduling, right? Your tech capabilities to keep up with the market, etc. Ideally speaking, for anything like that's moving like Doge, and I can't knock near, just huge. I can't knock FXS or even really Kyber. Just nice. Look at that, huh? Very nice. Glad that we've been focused on near. Way to go, guys. It's one of the 5-6 coins I've been focusing on in the back. You guys know that? Pretty much. FXS as well. FXS near. And we've just been doing, we've been on top of the key coins. Luna as well. So we've been focused on the good stuff. In addition, those other coins like to really run from the bottom levels. So ideally from this, we'd like to see some bullish patterning after the fallout of this specified. And we've had some lessons from BTC recently on the breakdown here. It's not the end per se. right? It just throws us into the demand function of the Fibonacci's, right? How strong will that demand function be? How many levels are at each order? We can get into into forecasting those. The people who focus a lot on how many demands are waiting or how many orders are waiting at a specific level quickly figure out that that information that is available is quickly modified after you make a decision based on it. Okay, pick up on that. The information that you may have regarding orders at specific levels is quickly modified, okay, along the way in terms of showing orders, removing orders, showing orders, removing orders continually. So if you're focused on that, just be aware that that is just, I'd say, very questionable information, okay, that you would take to the bank and say, well, that's where all the orders are waiting. Just be aware of that. Looks like we're trying to pick up on that golden pocket. All right, so if you're waiting to get out, some people have just re-entered here at the golden pocket, okay? But some people are sleeping on this, I guarantee you. Some VIP right now are sleeping on this position. Literally, they have a position right here. They're sleeping on it. They'll wake up in a few hours. They'll see how their trade is going. So I'm excited that you guys are VIP. I'm excited for Frankie that just joined tonight. If you're not VIP, we welcome you to join our trade group in 2022. Get busy with it, guys. I appreciate you. This is London, and I'm going to get a little bit of rest since I was outside and caught some wind today, just in terms of just breezy day out by the pool. Want to make sure that I'm, I don't know, that my voice is okay and everything like that. We got a good weekend. What's up, guys? A good weekend. It's already Friday. Welcome to Friday. What's up? VIP Friday in the house. Excited about that, guys. It's Friday. Thank goodness, man. This week. That was good, huh? We're almost done with it. You guys make sure you do everything you need to do on Friday, huh? Which is mostly prepare for Saturday and Sunday. That's your job, number one. You have to do everything you need to do on Friday, which is mostly prepare for Saturday and Sunday. But that's all we normally do. That's typically the way it is, no matter what kind of job you got, how hard you work. It's like, Friday's the most important day. I have to prepare for Saturday and Sunday. So you guys are cool. I appreciate everything you guys bring to the table in terms of just know that I value each and every one of you guys without a doubt and appreciate having you in the group, etc. From base campers, we're looking forward. Yeah, Frankie, my man. And I'm normally not coughing like this. I've been out with this. I just went outside today. It was hot and like chilly and really breezy and with the pool and everything. Just I'm trying to like get back in shape. Summer's coming around. We got to go to the beach and do stuff. So yeah, my pleasure, Frankie. And I will be in the back to hook you back up with Twitter and put you in the group. The one rule, we don't refer to like or put links in from other influencers at all because like we run a tight ship in the back. I want it to be your TA. Just know, and I'll kick people out. We've kicked people out in the past who like bring in information or charts from other people. It's like just slow through it. We'll give some indicators. Slim has some good indicators that you can really help use on your chart or update your charts quickly. Shout out to you, Slim. We got 20 or 30 that you may want to use overall. But I've noticed that Slim has some nice indicators on his charts. He may be able to help you out with that. And but I just don't want you guys, when you focus on other influencers, you're particularly if you bring that information back to us, it's just that costs you time. You're looking externally for the answer to a problem that you have the capacity to solve, not just now, but each and every time that question presents itself to you. And that's what we're about, is you finding the answer, us finding the answer, the focus within our group. Like no one else, I don't know anybody else who can say near FXS, Ball, Kyber, Cody, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, top 5 in the back of our room. And we don't have 200 or 300. Like we do not have 200 or 300 back there. In fact, the group knows I brought near, I brought FXS, I brought Ball, I brought Kyber here just recently. Cody, something you guys have been talking about. I brought that. I discussed that last year with Angel quite a bit. But looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, the top 4 is boom, and these have been on the list. Near and FXS, just 4 price action have been on the map. So to the extent that we're focused on what is moving right now, that's reconfirmation in terms of what we're doing with the group. And I'm just not adamant about it. It doesn't make me angry. I just think it's just I don't put up with it in terms of people who want to focus on other Influencers, go be influenced, man. If you want to go be influenced or learn the rules of the game, apply them yourself, and then any one of those other quote unquote influencers, man, you'll let them have it with your own TA. You will let them have it with your own TA. And I'll finish this comment real quickly that when I had stated in the chats, in the DM restricted zone in the back on Twitter, I had stated this precedingly with my friends and BTC towards the top. I let you guys know as BTC is trying to hold on to its own level of support right now, kind of crucial moment here. We get into these moves around 2:30, in between 2:30 and 6 a.m. Between just early hours where we get some big moves like this. But looking at like I had mentioned to VIP in the back, and I'll just let you guys know this again. I mentioned it, I think, a bit previously heretofore in this conversation, but I mentioned I didn't know one person who wasn't just egregiously bullish with Bitcoin. Oh, it is going to 50. Oh, it is going, and I'll tell you, a lot of that is from the influencer crowd. A lot of that is from watching different videos and getting just mind warped around the fact of where something's going. It costs a lot of money for guys. Some of it's technical. Yeah, we can, but we need to break through X, Y, or Z. You never hear people say we need to break through X, Y, or Z. You never hear them say we need to have heavy backup reserve capital. We're always big on that. You have to have backup reserve capital, right? You never hear people, saying, yeah, but I've got my targets laid out below. Now, we're ready to move up, but I have my targets laid out below, like your Fibonacci's. You just don't hear that, right? So that would be the difference between us talking, which makes sense, and I don't want to just dog every single. We're looking at BTC with a little pour down. Let's see, BTC out just went negative. BTC just went negative. That can drain the market a little bit. But just so you guys understand, when I say everyone is kind of, I don't know one person who's even thinking rationally. No one's presenting both sides of the coin here, right? It pays to consider both sides of the coin. You guys know that. So not to be bearish, right? But I mean, we'll bust heads. We'll knock heads with the bulls, with the best of the bulls, without a doubt. Like, we'll slam into trades as hard as anybody, but always with that understanding and never being overexposed, right? Always with the understanding, heavy cash reserves, whatever heavy is relative to you, right? We want you to be around for the rest of the year. So we have some market dynamics that we instill in each other, and it's just it's part of what keeps that glue together. It's why it's the top group. It just is. I've known Angel for almost a year now, and he wouldn't be here. He wouldn't be chilling. He's one of the biggest guys in crypto. He wouldn't be just chilling and be a part of a group. And Angel, love you, brother. I know that means a lot to me, and I hope it means something to you, because I do my best in terms of producing information for the group, and I want us all to win. It's the bottom line. Looking at a pour down function here, right, on BTC. Still in the money on Doge, without a doubt. And again, some people are sleeping on this trade. I know VIP that are asleep on this trade right now with Doge. They may have a stop loss down here. So to the extent you didn't hit your target exactly, or to the extent that you decided, I went ahead and booked it because we're in a bearish feature. Congratulations. Let's see what the market deals with us to us. I will be in the back with VIP for a bit, and I'm going to rest my voice. Shout out, Frankie, we're so excited to have you. And yeah, we will hook you up, my man. No worries. And welcome again to the VIP. Boom. There we go. You guys take care of yourself. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. We'll watch this in the back, and Frankie, we'll get you plugged in the next 12 to 24 hours. I promise we'll have you back in that restricted zone. And just keep your Twitter handle on. Anybody else who wants to join, I'm just going to welcome you guys if you want to beat the market. That's the